Yo, 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 yo. What is up, family? Good morning, good morning. Top of the top. The 19th day of June. It's Friday, 7:30 a.m., 7:32 to be exact. Right? And I'm hoping everybody is feeling blessed and appreciated and thankful for seeing another day. Thanking our Lord and Savior for allowing us to be here to thank him and appreciate everything that comes with our life. Shout outs to all my travelers out there this morning. Please, wherever you are traveling to, arrive there safe. Safety comes first before we can worry about arriving on time. That comes first. So let's make sure we always pay attention to that. Shouts to everyone out there. Everybody who traveled yesterday to the parade. Shout outs to y'all. Um, we're going to get into it about that a little bit before we get into the boxing talk. And then we'll get into a few other things. So let's go ahead and make this happen on this Friday. So if you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Pass the word down about over here. We don't sugarcoat anything. There's no favoritism. We just like to talk boxing, real boxing. So with that being said, to all my newcomers and my regulars, welcome to Duck Studios and welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. I should have did this on StreamYard so I could have had my bro D free and Seafood up. But Seafood, I think I sent you the link so you can come up if you want. Either one of you guys. Well, no, I didn't send. I didn't send free it. Let's see. Whoever I'll send whoever is first. I should have did this on StreamYard, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come back later, about 1 o'clock, and we'll do a StreamYard. So there'll be a second live today. So be on the lookout for a second live today, um, about 1 o'clock. Since today's a off day for me, I'll come back 1 o'clock and we'll get something going. So let me tell you about the day I had yesterday, right? I end up going, to this parade. I end up going to this parade, and because my job had went, good morning to the freeze. Um, my job goes to the parade, and I'm like, okay, you know what? If they telling me that I can go to this parade and we all can go and there's no issue, oh, cool, we're there. Leave my house about 6 o'clock in the morning. Hey, free, that was a big mistake, free. Big mistake, free. I've been to a lot of parades, but I'm sure you've been going to way longer than me. What I witnessed yesterday wasn't a parade. That was pure mayhem when the crowd outweighs the police. 10,000 police and about 1 million people. That is crazy. And some of the people out there free been out there since 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday. That's crazy. Yesterday was not a good day to be a cop. Hey, free. Yesterday was not a good day to be a cop. Like, can you imagine, free? You having to work, um, commanders, any team that's in your city. Imagine you have to work that where the people outweigh the cops. That is crazy. Like, how do you even work that?
Tear gas.
Yo, come on, free. We ain't trying to hurt. Yo, free. Come on now.
Oh, that's
What
what they do. They had
you trying to kill
they got
people?
they got tick ass on deck.
Yeah, well, they sure needed that yesterday because I don't know where it was. Because how they were acting yesterday, I mean, fights was breaking out left and right, and I'm like, come on, people, what are we doing? Like, I didn't understand it yesterday. I mean, I enjoyed myself because I played it safe. It seemed like the areas I was in, it wasn't really too much chaos going on. I mean, a few people climbing a couple scaffolds. Mike Brown, I see you. Seafood, what up? But other than that, it was all right for the most part for me. I went down to City Hall to see them talk, and then after that, man, I got up out of there. I was like, man, it's too much going on for me. I actually stayed longer than I was supposed to, because technically, I think it was around maybe 9, 10 o'clock. I said I was gonna go, and people were like, no, the parade's about to start. You can't leave. So I stayed till it started, and once it got ready to come to an end, I said, you know what? Let me go home. I could watch the rest of this on YouTube, and I'll uh I'll catch the replay of it. Let me go home now and try to beat the traffic, and that's what I did. I actually got home where it wasn't the traffic wasn't crazy. But shout outs to everybody, and sorry for everybody who went down there and got their ass kicked, and they wasn't expecting that. I think this one kid he got slashed in his face. It was a couple people who they caught a couple strays yesterday. You know what, man? I'm gonna be real with you, man. Half of them people that was doing that was just young and ignorant. That's the world we live in. Young and ignorant world, man. It's crazy. Enough about that though. How you feeling, Free? People been missing you, man. They've been asking me where you been. I said, I don't know, man. I don't know where Free. I said he probably busy.
Some issues go on with the vehicle. I had to get that taken care of. But
Oh
I'm
no.
headed to the house. Headed to the house now to pick up Man and Daisha, so we can go to our granddaughter's graduation. Shay
Which one?
Shay and Zaza, they the
No.
ones that you like,
You
they
serious?
graduating. Yeah, they
Oh
graduating
my
today.
God. Them beautiful babies are graduating today. Oh man.
Yeah,
That's
one is
beautiful.
graduating out of preschool. The other one is graduating out of kindergarten.
Oh man. I know they about to have the time of their life today. Y'all taking them out somewhere?
I think so. They just had a birthday party like 2 weeks ago.
Oh man. That's a beautiful thing, man. Those two, man. Damn. How many graduates is that so far?
This is the only one that we went to this year. I mean, Dream graduated last week or earlier this week.
Oh,
Dream
okay.
graduated from Garden. Um, yeah, that's the only one that we went to. I don't think Dream had a graduation. Oh, here go Dream right here. Look,
Oh my God, man. Look at my man. And he actually smiled. Look at my man.
yeah,
Yeah, I swear Dreamer's a grown ass man. I don't care what nobody say. That boy been here. That boy been here
every
before.
time I'm on a daggone, every time I'm on a live,
I gotta start calling him more, man, versus just talking to him online. I gotta start video chatting and speak to him. But I'll be so, like I said, from Monday to Friday. Well, really, I should say Monday to Saturday. How my life is set up is crazy. I did 2 parades back to back, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I don't want to see another parade this year. Well, except for the African Day parade, that's in September. But other than that, I'm chilling out, man. I've been tired and just exhausted. So I said every morning I was gonna try to come
you,
and get back to doing my shows at 7:30. And being that there's no work for me today because of Juneteenth,
I
I
was
was
just
like,
about to
okay,
ask you that. Are you?
nah,
I was just about
nah,
to
nah.
ask you. Are you? today. For
No. First of all, my coworkers, some of them went out last night and got fucked up. So I knew it was no way it was going to be work today. I knew that for a fact. When you got supervisors and head people in charge going out getting ripped, yeah, I already knew it wasn't going to happen. Um, and it was crazy because I said, yo, it's going to be a lot of people who's about to be either fired or written up. There were so many people running into people like, what you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be at work? And they're like, ain't you supposed to be at work? I'm the supervisor. Okay, well, I don't care about you being a supervisor. I was like, oh shit, you gonna be out of a job, buddy. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy yesterday, man. I was like, woo, thank God I didn't go through that. But yeah, I got today. Well, that's just for one job. I only got off for one job. I still have to attend to my other one at 3 o'clock. That's why I'm gonna come back here and go to StreamYard and do something again with seafood, and everybody can come up if they want it. So we're gonna do that.
mm,
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, y'all. Freeze here. Y'all been asking. He's here. I can't do a damn show now unless Free or Seafood is on it, and I don't appreciate that. That made me feel some kind of way. They go, "Where's Free?" I'm like, I don't know where Free is. Call him. Yeah. So y'all telling me y'all ain't gonna come to the damn cookout if D Free and Seafood ain't there? Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Get out of here. Like, that's crazy, yo. Somebody literally called me. It was like, so D Free and Seafood is coming this year, right? And I'm like, go ask Free that. What are you asking me for? Like, the fuck? Like, what are we doing here? We D Free and Seafood campaign here? This is bullshit. Like, what happened to asking me how I'm doing? How my day going? Need any help with the cookout? No. Is D Free coming? Is Seafood coming? Listen, I'm gonna just tell you right now while Mrs. Free sitting next to you. Enjoy this year, because this is the last year that you and Seafood getting an invite. Bullshit.
hey,
I don't. Hey, Mrs.
hey,
Free, I don't know
Marco.
why they want him. Mrs. Free, I don't know why they want your husband there so bad. Anyway, he ain't gonna do shit but crack jokes from the time he walk in to the time he leave. Like, who want to sit through all that? Who want to sit from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and hear that shit all day on a damn Saturday?
A lot of people. A lot of people. That's why they go to comedy shows.
Comedy shows ain't from listen. Ain't nobody sitting from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. hearing people just crack jokes all day. And one person, Free, you are like 10 people in one. That's crazy.
I'm a whole comedy show. I don't need no opening act or no closing act. It's just me.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not putting up with you on seafood shit this year, so we're gonna get that straightened out right now. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. I'm not having that. I just hope, wish, and pray Mrs. Free have a talk with you before you come up here. Hope your behavior be a little different this year, sir, because I don't need the chaos.
Uh, yeah, better who talk to me. I'm gonna be me.
Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll just kick it with Dream. He's easier to talk to. I ain't got to worry about you. Dream is who I'm looking forward to
Dream act
seeing.
like me now.
Oh God,
Dream act like me now.
oh Lord, he done got my boy. He done got my boy out there. Oh man, oh Dream, I gotta get Dream a shirt. I don't know what size he wear. I gotta fit him because he a little diesel. I gotta get him a little diesel shirt, some way he can show his little muscles. All right, Free. We ain't talked in a minute. It ain't been that long, but we ain't talked in a minute. You've been busy. I've been busy. Of course, we know we got our brothers fighting this week. Well, tonight I should also say too. Keith Cologne tonight in Boston, and then of course we have our guy Afacio Falcon tomorrow in South Philly. Shout outs to both of my brothers. I wish I could have been there for either one. I wanted to do the South Philly, but I was like, I can't do it. I got to work tomorrow, so that's totally out. But shout outs to them. And then of course next week we have the big one, Jerome Bruce and his Xander's.
Yeah.
One of those days
God
coming.
damn.
One of them is coming to the gym next week. Oh yeah. So seafood about Friday. Was it Friday or Thursday? About Thursday. So I didn't pop up because Tiff ended up taking me to the Broadway play called Wicked. Wicked shit. I mean, let me tell you something. Y'all ain't never did a Broadway play, and I know it might seem kind of corny for some people because they go, I don't really do plays. Let me tell you something. That shit is worth seeing. That's all I'm gonna say, man. She had took me to that. I didn't want to tell her no to go to the gym because we don't really get to do stuff like that. But I did that Thursday with her. But you better believe my black ass is gonna be in that gym. If Keith, if Keith or Ofasi or whoever shows up, I'll definitely yeah, that was what Tiff is always stuff. If you enter the lottery for tickets, if you enter the lottery for a show, no matter what's coming up, they'll they'll let you they'll definitely get you the tickets, but you have to hurry up and answer them or they'll take the tickets back. Free. Now before
He
we
talking
get to why we
he talking
before
about he
we
talking about Boots. He talking about he talking about Boots gonna be at the gym.
man listen, one thing you're not gonna do, seafood, is spread rumors. That's what you're not gonna do, sir. Now why in the world with Boots? Boots is coming to the gym?
Yeah, they're getting ready. It's the they got to do the little they got to train right before. I mean the little
Yeah,
media
but
day
he's
and
not
things
doing.
like
He's
that
not.
before.
He said no. He no rumor. So he's not doing the media workout. He just he coming next week. Oh, your gym is gonna be stupid. But he's not doing the media workout
They're
there.
gonna
But he's
use
gonna come.
they're gonna use the gym while they in New York. They're not gonna be driving back from New York in Philly. They're
Nah,
just gonna
hell
come
no,
to
hell
New
no,
York
hell no.
and use
Nah, hell no. They ain't doing that. That'd be stupid. Well, I didn't get the credentials for it, so it's okay. But that ain't gonna stop me from getting in there though. I'll definitely be there for the media workout. I'm kind of glad I didn't.
sneak
I'm
in with
kind of glad.
seafood. Think you worth
I'm
it.
kind of glad. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't get the credentials. I'm gonna tell you why. As crazy as this is about to sound, because there's no way in hell I would have been able to make the whole week. The whole week I wouldn't have been, because some of that should be starting like 2 o'clock and 1 o'clock. I can't do it because I get off at 2 o'clock, so it's impossible to try to make that. And they close with Coach E. Oh, Eric. Of course they close with Eric. Yeah. Yeah, I know they close with Eric. Eric close with a lot of fighters. People don't know that. I'll be there for that. Just tell me what day next week. Because I know when they do the media workout, it'll probably be in Gleason's. I'm pulling up for one of them. I can't do both. I can't do a whole week. I probably can't even do the weigh-in. Unless the weigh-in is outside, like they did Rolly and Tank. If they do it like that, then maybe. But I'll definitely pull up. I need some type of content. So before we get to why we here though, Free, I want to jump. I know we talked about this before. But we here now. We literally here now with this, even though it's next Saturday. Um, I was telling people I was watching Boots. I guess it was Camp Life, whatever it was, and he was somewhere chopping some wood, and I'm looking at him right, and I said, "Damn, Boots looks 10 times stronger than ever." And I'm saying I kind of changed my prediction, right? My prediction was that he would beat Xander. Now I'm looking at it like he's going to probably beat the shit out of Xander. And I hate that it has to be Xander. I'm being honest. I hate that it has to be Xander, man. I like Xander. I really do. But I just hate that it had to be him, man. I really do. Yes.
It's gonna allow me to root for
Yes.
him as well. Career
Yeah.
and truly believe that Xander is going to come out on a winning side. And the reason I say that is because
Uh,
Xander in his career, as far as a pro boxer, has never forward or they stand. They had to be. They was flat-footed fighters. So Jerome Business has faced a lot of Xanders. He faced a lot of Xanders. They might not had all of the skill set that Xander had, but they were guys that move around the ring like Xander moved around the ring. He fought Kern twice. Kern has a similar style to Xander, at least in the first fight. Uh, uh, he faced Tom Lome. He faced Lipinets. He faced a lot of guys that move around the ring. Xander has never faced anybody that moves around the ring. And I'm like, I don't think Xander is ready for this level of competition. Not saying that he can't win. It's just a lot of times when these guys haven't faced that type of competition, it's usually one or two things. It's usually either there's a reason why they haven't faced that type of competition, or it's not going to end up good for them when they do finally face this type of competition, especially on the higher level, because it's you haven't practiced for it. You only get better when you practice, whether it's in sparring or it's in a real fight, and you can only spar but so much. And the guys that you spar, they still you only got what basically 6 weeks to spar with those guys, because the
Yeah,
last 2 weeks you're not sparring. So
you're
you
not
only really
supposed to.
got
That would be
6 weeks
stupid.
to
That
get.
would be stupid for you to spar and put just possibly injure your hand, get a cut, something. And that's why we've seen a lot of fights get rescheduled because it'll be either close to the fight. It'll always, you ever notice it'll always be like 2 weeks before the fight or a month before the fight, and somebody go in there and get injured in sparring, and it's like shit. Now the whole fight get changed. Like, oh man. Yeah, Mike Ryan.
All the Boots fights when guys say, "Oh, Boots getting hit too much" or whatever, Boots is usually rolling with the punch or he's turning with the shot. He's never took a real big shot. That's why I kind of want to see Xander like hurt Boots or maybe catch Boots with a flash knockdown so
To
we
see
can
how he
see
responds.
what he is capable of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
to
see
see
how he
what he's capable of,
responds.
because he never faced adversity before.
Yeah.
I said him.
Um. Yeah.
They like 2 pounds
Um.
up.
But some reason I'm
See him in
smelling
5 pounds.
some reason, and I'm not saying this because I have anything against him, but for some reason, free, I'm smelling a stoppage. I just don't know what round, and I could be wrong.
I said I said the 7th. Some people some people said the ninth. Some people said it's going to go the distance, and it might. And see, I say the 7th because I think Xander Zayas got a lot of heart. He doesn't have
God
a quit switch, and he's
damn.
gonna continue to fight. He's gonna
Sifu said
continue to
six
fight,
rounds.
but
Sifu, come
uh,
on now. 6 rounds? God, God
I said,
damn.
well, I said within 7. I said this fight doesn't go past 7. Within 7 rounds, I think this fight will be over because
Listen,
I don't think it's
so
going to be. I don't.
if that happens, free, I don't want these people to be out here talking about he's supposed to. Who's Xander? Don't y'all do it. Don't y'all do it.
No, I don't think it's going to be like a knockout. I think it's going to be more so that his team is going to throw the towel in because he's taking too much punishment.
They
And
don't seem
Xander
to.
is
You
so
know what?
young, they don't want to
From
ruin him.
from the first time this fight from the first time it was announced to the press conference that I went to, nobody on this team, in my opinion, from what I saw, looked comfortable with this. They didn't look comfortable. Like shit. You know how you be like, we don't want to be here, but we here now. We here now.
See, you know what I noticed? What I noticed is when guys finally see Boots in person, because they be like, "Oh, Boots too small. He ain't ready for this." And then Boots get in there and they be like, "Hold up, this nigga bigger than what I thought he was." It's like the same look that I saw on Virgil Ortiz and Robert Garcia face when Boots jumped in the ring. They were like, "Hold up, this dude bigger than what we thought. He ain't as small as we
Yeah,
thought he was."
they had to try to play it off. They had to try to play it off.
And
I say,
that's
yeah.
what I saw in Xander Zayas' face when with Xander Zayas they did that first face off. Xander
Yeah.
Zayas like, yeah, he too small. I'm too big for him. And then they got that face off. Xander Zayas like, hold up, this nigga bigger than what I thought he was. Like, hold up,
Uh,
I didn't know that nigga was that big.
yeah, because you don't get to, a lot of times you don't get to see these guys in person. Some fighters don't see fighters in person, and when they do, they might see them in the ring if they go watch them fight. But when you actually get to get face to face with them, it's like, oh, damn, he is a little
Yeah.
bigger than I thought.
Listen, and that's why I tell people, I say, I mean the only chance that Xander Zayas has to win this fight is if he's the hurt Boots. If he can hurt Boots, then I think he has a chance. But if he can't hurt Boots, I think it's going to be the beginning of the end because
I think Boots is gonna
Boots
go in there having too
Boots
much.
is
I think Boots is gonna go in there having too much fun and just start styling on him. He gonna have
and
too much fun.
that's why I said that's why I say I think they're gonna throw the towel in because once Boots gets comfortable and he realized, okay, I'm much faster than this dude, and the other opponent can't really land any clean shots on him, that's when it gets bad and it gets bad fast because Boots start doing his little slow motion. He start messing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started doing his little slow motion and stuff. It'd be different.
Where's that at now? Where's he at now? That's him now.
This, no, this was yesterday when we had to come pick him up. He was at his mother's job.
Wait,
Well,
that boy,
I'm about to get him in about 3 minutes. He about to get in the car in
that,
about 3 minutes.
that boy Dream be eating like a grown man.
Uh,
Right. I'm
that
gonna make
nigga
sure
had
he still.
me by that. Huh?
Shout out to my man Dream, man, my man Big Dream. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
So
that's
there are
about
some
Boots. But
concerns.
like,
There are some concerns in this, and I'm just like, oh man, damn it. I just hate, and I'm gonna keep saying it because I like the kid. I just hate that it has to be Xander. I hate that it has to be Xander. Damn it. But guess what?
yeah, and
If not Xander, then who? I
that's why I
hate
said
that it has to be that.
that's why I said Seafood. He's not going to quit. It's going to be more so his corner is going to throw the towel in because Xander's not going to quit. He's going to keep fighting. He
Yeah, he
doesn't.
not
He
gonna quit.
doesn't have a quit switch.
And
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 see,
that's and, and
the
that's what
the
should make
other
the
thing
if
that
we
gets
would you agree that should make the fight more. I mean, I don't want to say make it more competitive because nobody wants to stand there and just see a guy get his ass whipping, even though the guy's not willing to quit. There's only so much he's going to be able to. There's only so much he's going to be able to stand in there and take from Boots. There's only so much before if the ref don't stop it, then the corner got to throw the towel in.
yeah, and that's another thing too. Like if this fight do go past 6 rounds, Xander Zayas has a tendency to start to slow down or gas out or whatever. So I just I don't know. Like I saw my man Frontline was like, oh, Xander gonna take Boots into deep water. I'm like, Frontline, when have Xander ever took anybody into deep waters and drowned them? Xander is the one that have his moments. I mean, he be having his struggles in the deep water. It's not the other way
Yeah,
around.
I don't know about taking him into deep water. I don't know about that. When Boost catches him clean, I want to see how Xander reacts. I think a lot of people are going to want to see that. And who knows if Xander catches Boots with something, but like you said, I want to see how Xander reacts when Boots catches him. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how Xander reacts. He might not be comfortable with that.
Yeah, I never really seen Xander real physically
Yeah, yeah,
hurt like that.
yeah, yeah. Listen, everybody at some point has to face the big test, right? So people go, this might be too soon in his career. Well, a lot of people have been in fights where people have said, not now, this is too soon. This has been going on for boxing for years where fighters have got opportunities, right? Remember, it's all about opportunities. It's not about who's your favorite fighter. It's about opportunity and a guy getting a shot. You understand? Um, Remember, y'all said David Morrell didn't. It was too soon for him and Benavidez. We see how that went. Yes, Benavidez won, but that was one hell of a scrap. That man looked like David, and I love Benavidez, but that man looked like he got jumped at the Nick parade. And that's just from one dude.
Yeah.
But y'all sit there and say Morrell didn't deserve that. Well, he had 10, 11 fights. He didn't deserve to be there. Well, he proved to you that he did. He proved to you that he did.
And this is going to be, in my opinion, it's going to be a similar. And I said this before. It's going to be a similar fight to what we seen with Oshaki versus Raymond Ford. You got a
Oh,
good
damn.
fighter versus a great fighter, or you got a good fighter versus a better
I'm
fighter.
you know what? I'm banking on Xander doing a little better than what Ray did. I don't know what was wrong going on with Ray that night. I don't know. I feel like Ray could have did much better. I just don't. I don't know. Not to say he would have beat Oshaki, but I was just like, Ray, man, what's up, Ray? Today ain't the night. Tonight ain't the night for
I,
you.
I don't think I don't think no, it played out pretty much how I thought it was going to be. It was going to be competitive early, and Oshaki was going to pull away in the later rounds because Oshaki is the better fighter, and I see a similar outcome, except for I don't see this fight going the distance.
Good morning.
I know this with Oshaki. You got to bring it with him, man. Shocky, you got to bring it with him. You can't be half stepping with that dude. That dude, you got to pack him up. And I like Oshaki. I don't want to see nothing happen to him, but that's a dude you got to. When you in there with him, you can't be half stepping.
Parents on the
And when
phone.
you talking all that nonsense, you got to
What's
be able
up,
to back it up. Because I
Clarence?
know for him. Hey, Big Dream. Hey,
What's
baby boy.
up?
What's up?
What's up? What's
What's up, my dog? How you feeling? Yo,
up?
you good? Where the food at, man? I still you was eating. Where the food? I'm hungry. You ain't got no food?
I do. Papa and Mommy's gonna come down in 5 minutes.
Okay, okay, my man, Big Dream, man. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see my man Dream. Yeah, I
There's
think,
juice in
but
there,
this
so
this
don't.
is gonna be good.
It
Shout out to
is.
my man Jahad Tucker who's on the card. Shout out to everybody who's on the card, man. It's gonna be this is gonna be amazing. Are y'all doing the watch party free? Will you and BVO be online doing it
For which fight?
for the Xander and Boots? Y'all gonna do something for that, or y'all just gonna sit back?
I mean, I'm most likely. I am. I think BBO supposed to be going to the fight. I'm not sure if he is or not. He
I'm
said
not. Hell
he
no.
was gonna go out there.
I
So
wanted to listen. I
I don't
wanted
know.
to
I don't
until I
know if he's
saw
going
them.
or not.
When I saw those tickets, I was like, nah, it's quiet for that. I said, nah, I'm not doing that. What they wanted for those tickets, I was like, no
That's
disrespect, I
like
can't.
what Thomas was talking about yesterday about the Edgar Berlanga fight for Zuffa in Brooklyn. I mean, in the Hulu theater. he said them tickets is ridiculous. He like they charging those tickets like it's Tank Davis fighting.
Yeah,
He
I
said
looked
them.
those tickets up
He said those tickets ridiculous.
because matter of fact, the tickets go on sale to today's the 19th, right? They go on sale today.
Yeah,
I said, "Oh, the devil's a lie."
yeah.
I said, "Who paid?" And to sit up at the top, to sit up at the top free is crazy. I said, "Why would y'all be charging to sit? Y'all charging too much to sit up at the top."
That's why they're gonna have 300 people in there, and the Hulu's
You
deal
know,
only sit 5,000.
but you know what's about to happen, right? I'm gonna tell you what's about to happen. They're gonna be giving out some tickets. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
They better. That daggone ballroom gonna be empty if they don't.
And I got no beef with going to watch Belanga in Africa. I got no beef with it. But how the prices are set up, I said, y'all tripping. Ain't nobody paying for that. Y'all tripping. No, man. I mean, I ain't gonna say ain't nobody gonna pay for it. Let me just say I'm not gonna pay for it because I can't speak for boxing fans. Because there's gonna be some people who's gonna actually go out their way to pay for that free. So I can't say nobody's paying for that. I'm gonna just say
It's not.
I'm not.
I know. I know. I wouldn't pay for it because it's not that big of a fight. It's not a fight that I must see. If I need to see it, I'll
No,
watch
I
it
was
on
just
TV.
doing it. I was just
For
doing
that
it
money,
because I was just doing it because it was boxing. It's in New York, and that was it. But other than that, yeah, trust me, they gonna fill the arena because I'm gonna get me a free ticket. Seafood, you gonna help me get it? I know you gonna help me get it.
yeah, them joints is skyrocket. But yeah, I think like next and then the week after the Boots fight is the Dula Mesa fight. So you got 2 big weeks back to back coming up.
Yeah,
What's going on, beautiful?
beautiful. What up? Yeah. So I'm like, ain't nobody. You know, it is what it is, man. It's crazy. Too much. It is too much
Yeah, so
going on. Yeah, but it should be
I
it
don't
should
know.
definitely should definitely be a good one though, man. We'll see though.
Yeah.
We'll see what
Who
happens
else
with
is on
that.
that card? Cause I didn't even pay attention. Who else was on that card with Xander and Boots? I didn't even pay attention. Who else was on the card? We've been talking
Jahad
about Xander
Tucker,
and Boots. I haven't heard anybody talk about.
Jahad Tucker's on the card. I'm not familiar with his
Oh,
opponent.
Jahal Tucker's on that card.
He's on that card, and then you got what's the kid that everybody keep talking about? He's from one of those foreign countries. Ben, what's his name? Ben something. Ben, what is it? Ben Whitaker? Is it Ben Whitaker?
Oh, Ben Whitaker. Yeah, Ben Whitaker.
He's on that card.
Oh, he's on that
He's
card.
on the card. He's on
Oh,
the card. Yeah, he's on the card. So when I seen he was on the card, I was like, oh.
then
I said, okay.
this is the
And
first time.
that that
This
that
I
that
believe
that
this is
that,
his
that
first
card
fight
right
in the
there was
U.S.
you said what?
I believe this is his first fight in the U.S.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how that's gonna play out. Trying to see how that's gonna play out for him. 'Cause I don't know how that's gonna play out. So I'm waiting to see how that goes with him. It should be a good one. All right, Free, let's get to why we here because I know people like, yo, what y'all talk about ain't adding up. All right, calm down. We here. We gonna talk about it. Me and Sifu already had addressed this, but we addressed a little bit of it. But I want to go through it again with you because I know this is what is about to happen. And whatever happens after next Saturday, we're going to get ready to face this. Josh Kelly, Sebastian Findor. Give me your thoughts on that, Free, or
That's
how
what's
you
about
feel
to
about
happen.
that. Yeah. What's up? Yeah, it's very
Josh
nice.
Kelly gonna get beat the fuck up. He gonna get beat worse than Keith
Yo, free,
Thurman.
come, you free. Come on, man. Jesus Christ. Can you make this conversation a little competitive? Jesus. Why would you come?
Okay.
Oh.
You want me to turn shit into flowers. I can't do that.
I don't want you to turn shit into flour. Boy,
Josh,
you
Josh, Josh Kelly is he's
it's a
decent, but
flower.
you ask me what I think he gonna do with Sebastian Findor. He should have lost the fight to Boxrom. If Boxrom would have fought a little bit sooner, he would have lost that fight.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how that happened.
I
I'm gonna
mean,
go back.
like I said, I was never big on Boxrom. Everybody saw what he did to Tim Tszyu, like, oh, Boxrom's a monster. I'm like, he can punch, but he ain't all that. And they're like, oh, Free, come on, Free. What are you talking about? Y'all saw how he beat Tim Tszyu? I was like, yeah, but Tim
Well,
Tszyu ain't all that. So
we talk
I'm not that
about
impressed.
we were talking about possibly stoppage in Boots and Xander. We could possibly see that in Josh Kelly. We could just possibly see Pandora go in there and just beat the dogs. Oh man.
I I could see Josh Kelly get in there with, well, yeah, I could see him possibly get in there with Fedor before he can get in there with a guy like Jerron Bucinis or even a Xander Zayas because he figured like Xander, Sebastian Fedor, he's just tall, he doesn't really move that much or whatever. I can get around his punches. That's what he
Yeah.
believes. I don't think it's gonna happen like that.
Uh
That's what Keith Thurman thought.
oh
Keith Thurman was like,
Jesus.
well, I'm gonna chop this daggone tree down.
You know what?
I kept telling everybody, they were like, man, Keith Thurman going to knock Xander out. I'm like, dog, Keith Thurman is going to get beat. He is not beating no daggone Sebastian Fedor. They were like, Free, you got to understand, Keith Thurman got the experience and he got the ring IQ. I'm like, Keith Thurman got the old legs. He got the inactivity. Yeah, okay, you keep thinking Keith Thurman going to win this daggone fight.
That's crazy. The way
And he
people
came back.
think just the way people
Free,
think
you
be
was right.
crazy to me.
Right. He thought oh, the referee stop the fight too early. It was just getting fun. You was still getting your ass whooped. You it was just getting fun. You was getting your ass whooped.
He said you was getting
That
your ass
nigga
whooped.
knocked off the
Listen,
last little bit of hair on your head.
hey, hey, listen. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
So I seen that nigga Keith Thurman. I seen that nigga Keith Thurman got hit with a stiff jab by Sebastian Findor, and that man hairline went back an extra 3 inches. Yeah, that man. Yeah, that man Keith Thurman looking like a light skinned Stephen A. Smith. I was like, God damn, he knocked that nigga
Yo,
hairline back.
his hairline back 3 inches. Oh God. No. No, you gotta relax, Free. Damn. Damn, you gotta relax. Listen. He
Oh, he
said
said Tim Tszyu and Earl.
I questioned Tim Zoo
I think
and
Earl
Spence.
gonna win that fight. I mean, yeah, I think Earl gonna win that
Some
fight.
people were leaning
I'm not
toward
confident in Tim Tszyu. I know.
some people were leaning towards Tim because of the activity, him being more active than Spence. And I'm like, well, I mean, we can't always go by that.
I look at what Tim Tszyu have done in his most recent fights. The three of the last four fights, he took an ass whooping. He only won
Yeah.
one fight in the last four fights, and that was against a nobody.
See y'all
So
later. See y'all
he was
later.
fighting against a nobody, and he got a
Bring me
win.
some food.
But he fought Sebastian Findor,
After you
got
get
beat
off
up
work.
where they should have stopped that fight, and he could have won on the scorecards, but he got beat up in that fight. He went
Yeah.
in, fought Boxrum, got knocked out, went right back and fought Sebastian Findor again, got knocked out again, and then he had a fight where he got a W. So I'm looking at, okay, you got a guy that took a L and a bad beating or knockout in three of the last four fights. You got another
Yeah.
guy that's coming off a 3 year layoff. He took a bad beating, but he's coming off a 3 year layoff, and his body is healed up from whatever issues he had going on.
Yeah.
Who do I think is the better fighter? I think Earl is the better fighter. I think Earl is the better fighter. Yes, it's some inactivity there, and you got one guy that was inactive, and you got one guy that was active, but he was actively getting his ass whooped. So I'm like, wh- which one should I? Which one do I feel more safe going with?
Oh, actually get his ass whipped. Jesus. That's crazy, Free.
That's. I mean,
That's
if you think
crazy.
about it, like they're like, oh, Earl's been inactive and Tim Tszyu been active. Yeah, he been actively getting his ass whooped. What are you talking about? The man,
That's
he lost three of the last four fights he had, and those three that he lost, he took an ass whooping. He got either he got stopped or he got beat up badly.
I
So
think
I mean, are we really saying because he was active that he was doing good work,
I
or
tell you what, he
he's a
was
better
never
fighter?
he was never the same after taking that Fedora loss. Um and then the second one didn't make it no better. But the only thing I did give him credit on was the hell of a fight that he gave Fedor, because he gave him a little scrap, but he didn't have what it takes, man. He just couldn't do. I got to see how
Did
Spence
anybody?
hit, because
Who was the guy
that's
that
the
he just
question.
fought? Who was the guy that he just fought before this Earl
Tim?
Spence fight? Well, it wasn't. No, Tim Tszyu. Remember, he had a fight after the Sebastian Findor last knockout. He fought somebody, but I can't remember who
So
it was.
I so are you talking about? So this is what I heard. School. Are you talking about the interview he did with Andre Ward and what he said about Crawford? Because I think they said he
Yeah,
said something about him.
yeah. Well, no,
Well, I just
he gave Crawford his flowers. What he was talking about was what led up to the fight. He was talking about the training that what Dirk James didn't do in training. Like he never sparred a southpaw, and he only had 6 weeks
oh
to get ready for the fight because he was injured, and he never sparred a southpaw. All of the fighters that he had were orthodox fighters, and when he wasn't sparring, he was just hitting the mitts. And I'm like, hold up, Dirk James, hold up. Based
he
off of
said,
what
hold
Earl
up.
is saying, I gotta hear Derek James' side, but I mean, I don't know Earl to be a liar. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like, dog, I thought you were a better trainer than that. And based off of what Earl's saying, you, you didn't give him no southpaw fighters for a guy who can fight southpaw or orthodox. You only got him ready for an orthodox fighter. And the last guy that Earl fought that was southpaw was it was a while ago. It was a while ago. The last time Earl fought a southpaw.
Well,
So I'm like,
getting ready for Crawford, they should have knew what they was getting into. They should have knew what they was getting into. They knew Crawford wasn't your average fighter. They should have, you know. Is that why he's holding so much? I mean, I
They,
know they had a beef about the money, but it's like, is that why he holding so much animosity? Like, it's like, it's got to be deeper than money.
I mean,
It seems like he
that
mad at
that
that man.
that 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 it could be that. I mean, and it could be the reason why he didn't get no more money other than what Earl gave him. Earl was like, "No, I'm not giving you none of this money off my back end. I'm only giving you the money off the purse. You ain't do nothing to earn the money on the back end." Some people
Angie,
say
my
he
girl,
ain't do
what?
nothing to earn the money off the purse.
Yeah. Well, if they slept on him, Crawford damn sure woke him up. He damn sure woke him
Well,
up.
I mean, that that I mean, if you really look at it, that fight was the beginning of the end for not just for Earl. I mean, Earl pretty much had stuff he was dealing with from the car accident, but that
Yeah,
fight right there was the beginning of the end for Derek James because after that fight, he pretty much started losing everybody. He lost Earl Spence. He lost uh, Anthony Joshua. He lost Ryan Garcia. He lost Frank Martin. He lost Jamel Charlo. Well, I don't know if he lost Jamel Charlo or not, but
I don't think he. I
I
think
mean
Jamel.
Jamel
I
Charlo
think him
hasn't fought.
and I think him and Jamel is still together, and that's why Jamel be going so hard on Spence ass.
No, I mean, well, Jamel hasn't fought, so we don't know if they're still together or not. But he probably would use Derek James if Earl was to fight Spence because Earl is using Ronnie Shields.
But I tell you what, when you look at this 54 class, which we don't know, because this fight with Tim and him is what 54 or 60.
60.
Ooh, it's
60.
about to come out, Dream.
Now this changes things. 60. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Hold on.
I'm banking on
25
if
plus 8.
Jamel was to come back, he'll probably be
See?
60. Because right now it ain't really nothing going on at 60. 60 is pretty quiet. It's quiet at 60 right now.
25 is.
But I tell you what, there's a lot of when I think of 54, and like I said, bringing
No,
up the
give me
Josh
the
Kelly
keys.
and Fedora, I tell you what I do want to see. I definitely want to see this Boots and Sebastian happen. I don't feel like Derrick James is a good trainer. Well, you got good trainers out there, Seafood, and then you got great trainers. I mean, that's how I try to look at it because I try to at least give all these guys their credit because it's not easy. Of course, Seafood, it's not easy being a trainer. So I do try to give guys their flowers as much as I can. And say you got good trainers and then you got great ones. Um, I think I'm gonna do a segment on that. Good trainers versus great trainers. I'm gonna do a segment on it. Yeah, I mean he had a little roster. Um, of course Frank Martin wasn't gonna be with him anymore because that was Earl's guy. So Frank Martin was gonna leave regardless. You know what I mean? That was Earl's guy anyway. So it wasn't nothing Derek could do about that. Well, nothing he could do about that. But like I said, you have good trainers, and then you have great ones. Free, I'm gonna do a segment on that. Good trainers versus great
Yeah.
trainers.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a
Frank
segment on
Martin
it.
was gonna leave anyway because
Yeah,
Frank
he was gonna
Martin
leave
only
anyway.
came. Yeah, Frank Martin only came to Derek James because of Earl.
Yeah. So it wasn't nothing
That's
he could do
that's the
about
only
that
reason
anyway.
why he was with Derek James. It was because of Earl.
And maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure at some point he didn't probably want to leave Frank, but hey, it's business. And hey, this is the guy who brought me in. Know what I mean? Tay, what up?
No, I mean that's his
Like
that's
I'm
his
sure it
promoter.
wasn't no personal. I'm sure it
Earl
wasn't no
Spence is Frank.
personal beef. I'm sure it wasn't no personal issue with Frank and Derek. But at the end of the day, hey, this is who I'm with. What you want me to do? This is who I'm with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't when I'm gonna tell Spence, no, I can't
No,
go. You know what I mean?
No, see, this is the thing. This is the thing. Like Frank Martin got with Dirk James because Earl Spence promotes Frank Martin.
Yes.
Earl Spence said, "Okay, this is the trainer I want you using." He got with Dirk James, or he said, "Hey, Dirk, I got a guy I want you to train." So he brought him in. Usually, when there's friction between the promoters and the trainers, 9 times out of 10, either that fighter will leave that promoter or that fighter will leave that trainer. It
Yeah.
usually happens like that all the time.
All the time.
It happens before. If a fighter has if a trainer or promotional promoter have issues, usually the fighter leaves one of the two. He's going to leave the promotional company or he's going to leave the trainer. One of the two is going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And we know Frank Martin ain't that big of a fighter to leave promotional companies like that, or
no.
promoters, I should say. He's not that big of a fighter to leave promoters, so he's not going to leave Earl. He's
No.
9 times 10. He's going to leave Dirk James.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh and that's just how it is. That's just how it is. And sometimes it's nothing personal, just business. Yeah, Buddy McGirt is but yeah, I like Buddy. I like Buddy McGirt. I like Buddy. Got no issue with Buddy. I like Buddy. I like
Yeah,
Buddy.
Buddy
I
McGirt
like Buddy.
is a good. He a
I
decent trainer.
I,
Um,
I just I just wish he would have
it just
talked. I wish he would have talked. God rest his soul. I just wish he would have talked the Arturo Gotti out of that fight with Floyd, because that shit was an embarrassment. That was an embarrassment. Jesus, I'm not. Oh, that shit was embarrassment.
the question that I have. I mean, Dirk James don't have. He don't. He all he got is um Alicia Bungada. There's a guy that's looking for a trainer, or he said he hasn't found a trainer yet. I don't know if he's actively looking for one, but he said he hasn't found a trainer yet. That's why a fight hasn't happened yet, and Caleb Plant doesn't have a trainer. That's the reason why him and Jamal
Yeah,
hasn't
I
fought.
heard he got rid of
And Ronnie
Breadman.
Shields came. Yeah, Ronnie Shields came out and said that they tried to make the fight with Caleb Plant, but Caleb Plant said he was looking for a trainer, so they put it on hold. And they came back.
What fight?
Boy,
What fight was they trying to make with
they
him
came
and
back to
with
him
him? What fight was they trying
with
to make with him and
Jamal
Jamal?
Charlo.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Jamal Charlo. Yeah, but Ronnie Shields said when they came to Caleb Plant about making the fight, he said he didn't have a trainer. He was looking for a trainer. So they said okay. So they kept talking for like a couple of weeks or whatever, and he said Ronnie Shields came back to him, and he still didn't have a trainer. So he was like, they decided to move on. That's the reason why Jamal is fighting the guy that he's fighting um, on the Earl Spence card,
Well,
because Caleb Plant still doesn't have a trainer.
well, I mean, it ain't like it ain't no trainers out there. If I'm Caleb, I'm looking at Ronnie Shields. No, not Ronnie Shields. Not Ronnie Shields.
Can't look at
Not
can't
Ronnie
look at
Shields.
Ronnie
I'm sorry.
Shields.
Not Ronnie Shields. Not Ronnie Shields. Not Ronnie Shields. Excuse me. Not Ronnie Shields. I'm looking at either Buddy McGirt or I'm looking at Bomac.
Man, that man is not looking for no trainer. He not looking to get back in the ring. I keep telling people that.
He probably
That
not. You
man
know
do
why?
not
Because
he
ever
do
since
not
he took
want to
that loss,
smoke with Jamal.
ever since he took that loss to Homeboy, it's been quiet.
Stop.
I noticed that you haven't seen him get
Yeah,
back.
when he lost to
These guys these
yeah,
guys take losses, and I
and
swear to
that
God,
was
when
the main
they take losses and they disappear. It's just crazy to me. It's crazy.
that was the main reason why. I mean, that was another reason why that Jamal fight didn't happen, is because he lost that fight, and then he left Breadman after that.
Which that was crazy. When I heard that, I said, "What? This gotta hurt to get your walking papers." You don't see it
Yeah,
coming.
no, he ain't trying. That man, Caleb Plant don't have enough oxygen to come fight and come train at the Headbangers gym.
One that train Scooter
He don't have enough
Davis.
oxygen.
He said he don't have enough oxygen. would you would you say he gas out?
Huh?
Would you say his gas tank is on his gas tank is low? I mean,
Yeah.
I
I
don't
mean,
know, man.
he train at the Headbanger gym. That boy, he definitely gonna need he definitely gonna need a gas tank because they gonna push the
Oh
hell out of him.
well. Now, seafood. Bozy training him. I don't know. Bozy training Caleb Plant would be nasty work, but I don't know if he can. I don't know if he could take that workout over there because
Where's my chain?
Bozy and them train different.
In the house somewhere.
They train different over there. I don't know. Maybe he need to get a Philly style. I don't know. Let's try it. But it's all up to Caleb. If Caleb is looking to get back in, like Free just said, he don't think that man. He don't think that man's. We don't know. We got to see what Caleb want to do. There's trainers out there, so it's no such thing as that. I can't find one. If you don't have one, it's because you're not interested in. You're chilling right now. Maybe he's spending time. He has 2 kids. He's spending time with them, but then sooner or later, he's gonna have to get back into the mix of things because it's not like Caleb is as young as he used to be. Even though he's in his 30s, a lot of these guys got to make a decision. From the Charlo brothers to Caleb Plant, I just seen Boo Boo Andre in there and Bozy in them gym. I think he's getting ready to make a comeback. These guys are at the age where they damn near touching
They,
40. They gonna have to make a decision because as long as you got guys young, you gonna have to you got to do something eventually, man. You got to. I think Robert Garcia would be good for him.
yeah,
Oh,
Boo Boo got a fight. Boo Boo got a fight coming up.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, a lot of
Boo Boo
these
got a
guys got
fight
to make.
coming up in a couple of months.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Boom Boom back in the mix of things, but eventually these guys, you got to make something happen. Hey, man, get your ass in there with Boo Boo Andre, Caleb. Make that happen. Make something happen. Damn, I like Caleb though. I like him. I really do, man. Get back in there. Make it happen. I'm saying, make it happen, man. I mean, shit. I wanted to see Caleb in Belenga. I didn't care about how it went, who was gonna win, who was gonna lose. At that time, but now it's probably like that fight ain't too interesting now to people, so probably ain't gonna matter. But I wanted to see it. I wanted to see it. But that's why free we don't
Oh
get our
no,
hopes up.
that fight definitely can happen because Caleb Plant could go sign with Zuffa because I'm quite sure PBC don't care.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right. Yeah. But it's all about what he wanna do. That would be a good one though. It's all about what he wanna do. But this is why I don't get my
Yeah,
hopes up. Like you
but
say all the time, I don't get my hopes up for these guys. Because the thing is, what do y'all keep expecting from these guys? I don't expect too much. To be honest with you, I can't expect
yeah,
anything because
yeah, but like
they're making a decision. You got to remember, they make a decision based off them, not us. Half of them don't care. There's only a small portion, like I said, that'll sit there and say, let's give the fans what they want. A lot of times, man, they thinking about their pockets. What's the best business decision for them and their family? They don't give a shit about what we want. That's why free. I know they get mad when we say it, but we don't expect anything. Expect anything.
no.
No, a
Or
fighter
like
can literally go. A
when
fighter can literally.
BBO be like,
Oh damn, BVO. Here he go. What do he do now?
no, no, no. He be saying he said it a couple of nights ago. He was like, man, BBO. I mean, boxing is in a very bad place right now. And I'm like, no, it's not. I said there's been a lot of good fights that happened this year. I'm like, I don't look at it like that. I think y'all is stuck on select fighters getting in the ring. I
Yeah.
said y'all got to move around. Y'all can't be stuck on a certain few fighters. Y'all got to move around because there's been a lot of good fights. There's a lot of good fights. Like guys were talking about, they were talking about Collazo. They were like, man, how he get on the pound for pound? Who the hell is that guy? Y'all better pay attention to everybody. Collazo is a monster down at 105. They're like 105. Nobody pay attention to that. Y'all don't pay attention to that. I do. Collazo's
So
a
he got
monster down at 105.
so because he had 105, they don't want to give him his props. It's crazy.
Yeah, they were like, man, nobody pay attention. Nobody pay attention to the 105 division.
No,
Obviously, somebody pay attention
you
because
don't
he's
pay
on the pound for
attention.
pound.
I pay
Y'all
attention to
don't pay
all.
attention.
I pay attention to all. Listen, I pay attention to all divisions. All.
That's what I'm like. They were like, man, nobody pay attention. Obviously, somebody pay attention because he's on the pound for
Obviously,
pound list. And
y'all
I ain't
follow.
talking about one of our lists. I'm not talking about one of our lists. He's on Ring Magazine pound for pound list. He's on ESPN pound for pound list. So obviously somebody pays attention to him. Y'all just don't.
Yeah, because don't speak for everybody and be like nobody's paying attention. Who's nobody? Speak for yourself. I don't hear nobody. Just because you don't hear nobody talking about somebody, that don't mean they ain't paying attention. Like people be acting like if this person was such a
I'm like,
big deal, why is not everybody making a big deal about them? Like, no, that's not how it works, though, yo. It don't work like that.
y'all
You know,
talk about the same select few guys all the time, and y'all think that's all of boxing. That's
that's
not.
what they because
Yes,
it's
they
the view
are
because
names
they're
in the sport,
chasing.
but
That's because they're
that does
chasing.
not
That's
make
because free. They are chasing the views. They're not putting out like we need
no.
to talk about
I'm
what
not even talking about them. I'm not even talking about them. I'm not even talking about them chasing the views. I'm just saying like these guys act like these guys that are the bigger names in the sport. They act like those guys make or break the sport. They don't.
no they
The
don't.
sport continues to go on, whether these guys are fighting or not. Devin Haney hasn't been in a fight since November. He doesn't even have a fight made right now. He's about to be called to
There
fight
you go right there. BVO,
Keyshawn Davis as a mandatory. He's
yeah.
fighting. He's trying to fight Shakur Stevenson. The WBO's president came out yesterday on Cigar Talk and let it be known Keyshawn Davis will be the mandatory. Devin Haney and his camp already know. We already sent the letter to them because we got to notify them ahead of time before we come out with our order. So they already know that Keyshawn Davis is going to be the mandatory. They already know. So
Wow.
it is what it is. So these guys haven't fought since when their last fight. The sport is going to continue to move on, whether you fighting or not. It's not going to stop because Tank Davis not fighting, Devin Haney not fighting, Shakur is not fighting. The sport is not going to stop. It's going to keep going. Loma retired. The sport kept going. They don't care. It's going to keep going.
Yeah. It is.
I was like, y'all gotta move around. Y'all can't just keep focusing on these same select few guys because y'all be like, oh, sport is boring. Based off of what? Because the guys that you like is not fighting? Then you need to like the sport, not like just the guys. You need to like the sport because there's a lot of good fights that's going on. You missing it because you focus on a
But you
select
focusing
few
on what you
individuals. So you're
this
missing
is
all of the action.
and this is what I don't get because I'm like, how do y'all call yourself boxing fans if you just keep looking for a particular fight? You can't just always look for that particular shit and then you stay on it. You're delusional because you feel like if I keep on with it, then eventually something's gonna happen. But it don't work that way. I always say you can't want something that the fighter don't want. You
That's what I'm
can't.
saying. You
If
gotta,
the
you gotta, you
if
gotta
the
move. You
fighter
gotta
don't,
move.
if the and listen, this is why I say they delusional. Because if the fighter don't want to fight, what makes you think he give a shit about what you want or what I want?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. There's a new guy that I'm paying attention to right now. I seen him right for the first time 2 days ago. I didn't even know he was who he is. But Mike Tyson's son, that dude is an animal. That dude is an animal. That dude is an animal.
You going
D'Angelo
in and out.
Evans. D'Angelo Evans. That dude is an animal. That dude is an animal.
Who you said?
And yeah, Mike Tyson's son, his name is D'Angelo Evans. He looks just like Mike Tyson.
Yo, you going your audio free. Hold on, your audio.
Hold on. That's my
Okay. You said Mike Tyson's son?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you said Mike Tyson's son?
Yeah, Mike Tyson's son. His name is D'Angelo Evans.
Now we talking about Iron Mike.
Yes, Iron Mike Tyson, his son. Yes.
I didn't know his son was in boxing.
I didn't know neither. I just found out like 2 days ago. He was.
Holy shit. Your mic is off, Free. I can't hear you. Your mic is off, Free.
Animal.
Okay. So how many fights has he had?
I don't even know how many fights. I just saw the clip of him fighting, and they were showing a couple of fights that he had.
Like I knew he had a son. I knew he had a son. I didn't know he was involved in boxing though. I mean, of course. Yeah.
It's early.
Yeah.
It's early in his career, so he's probably had no more than maybe like 5 or 10 fights. Probably no more than 5 or 10 fights. It's early in his career. You could tell by the arenas that he's fighting in, and
so he's pro.
Yeah, he's a pro.
Okay.
If you type in, if you go to YouTube and you type in D'Angelo Evans, it's going to pop up, and they're going to show the clip where Mike Tyson sitting in the audience cheering on his son, and his son catch this dude with a mean hook. When I say mean, dog, he caught this dude with a mean, like you didn't even see the hook coming. It was so quick. I'm like, and he got the head movement, the side to side head movement like Mike Tyson and everything. Dude is an animal, and I'm keeping a close eye on him because I want to see how good he get, and see where he goes with his career. But he's an animal.
Oh man.
No, he not no amateur. He's a pro. This ain't no amateur. They had no headgear on, and he knocked this dude out clean. He a pro. He ain't no amateur. He might used to been an amateur, but he ain't no amateur anymore.
Yo, why he look exactly? Yo, first of all, he looked Dominican, but why he look just like Mike though? That's crazy. I'm looking at him now. He look just like Mike.
He
look exactly like Mike. The same eyes, nose, and everything.
Did you see the hook that he caught dude with?
It's an epic left hook from D'Angelo Evans. D'Angelo Evans. Let me see. I'm about to look it up now.
The punch that he caught that dude with, and then he caught another dude. He had him in the corner. He beat his body down. The referee jumped in and was like, no. That's it. I was like,
I bet you Mike was working with it. Mike prepared his ass.
That dude, he got all of the movements that Mike used to have.
Oh my God! Damn!
He's an animal, dog.
God damn!
He's an animal.
He left him with his ass in the air. He had his ass in the air.
That dude, dog, that nigga's an animal.
No, y'all got listen. Y'all gotta see it. Y'all think
the nigga went to block the shot and caught it with a hook, and dude, dog, the sound of the punch was ridiculous.
Y'all think y'all being funny, but he hit that boy. That boy ass was in the air. He hit that boy with his ass in the
dude just he went to sleep instantly. I was like, oh my God.
Oh
I
my
watched
God.
that clip like 7 times. I was like, God damn. I didn't even know Mike Tyson had a son that was boxing.
And he looked just like Mike.
Oh, that nigga
That
is a
boy,
animal.
he knocked that boy. He knocked. Look, that boy had to be out before he hit the canvas. He looked like he was
Yeah.
already gone.
Seafood said he seen him
Damn.
before.
I didn't know he had. I knew he had a son. I didn't know he was involved in boxing. I didn't know. But
Yeah, I
see,
didn't know
this
neither. That's
is
the
what.
first time I
So,
seen him.
but this is what's so great about boxing. You don't know. That's the great thing. This is why I be like, you got all these up and coming fighters, and y'all still just be want to drag and talk about the same fighters. Shit be killing me, bro. Boxing's a big ass community with so many up and coming fighters coming out, the amateurs, all that. Like this is the reason why we have to talk about it.
Yeah.
How they
Yeah, but that's what I said. You got to move around because
kind of move around,
you
bro.
get stuck on a select few fighters. You miss out on guys that's actually growing the sport because you're stuck on these guys, and you could be praising these other guys to help build the sport because these guys are not moving the right way, and you frustrated because they're not fighting or they're not doing what you expect them to do. Well, you got these guys over here that is, and you never even heard of them or you never even paid attention to them, and they moving the way you want these guys to move.
Yeah, and it just don't work like that. And the sooner they understand that, it'd be better for them.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I hope they progress him. They progress him correctly because dude look like he has the talent. He looks like he definitely can be. I don't know what weight class he fight at because I didn't watch the whole fight. I just saw the clips of him, so I'm not sure what weight class he fighting at. But he looked kind of big, so he doesn't look like he fighting at a small weight. He look like he fighting somewhere between 47 and 60, somewhere around there. He could be at 35, but he looked like he's bigger than 35. He looked like he's somewhere around 47 and 60. It could be bigger than that, but somewhere around there.
yeah, man. I mean, yo, it's that's. I don't want to have to be the one to run into that though.
But yeah,
Tell you like
I
that.
definitely I gotta keep a close eye on him because he look like he gonna be an animal.
Yeah, you listen. Like I said, there's so many of them out there. Y'all got to give these guys a chance, man. Y'all don't want to do it, man. It's just crazy to me. Don't tell me nothing about you being a boxing fan. You're not. You're just a fan of particular fighters. I'm gonna keep telling y'all that, and I probably said that in so many shows, and y'all probably tired of hearing me say that. But guess what? The same way y'all gonna talk about the same fighters is the reason
You know
why
what I got?
I'm gonna keep
You
saying
know what
the same thing.
I got a new name for these guys. They're not boxing fans. They are boxing superstar fans. They only fans of the superstars of boxing. That's all they pay
Yeah,
attention to, the superstars of boxing. You don't pay attention to nobody else but the superstars. If
that's it.
you tell me if you can't tell me you are a boxing fan and you never heard of daggone Oscar Collazo. You never heard of what's my other guy that's down at the small weight class. His name is slipping me. Uh God damn, I can't think of his name right now. There's another guy that's down there that's doing his thing down there too. And I want to see him and Oscar meet up because I think that's gonna be a hell of a fight. Damn, I can't think of his name right now. But if you don't know guys, at least one fighter in every division, you can't tell me you're a boxing fan.
No,
You can't tell me you're a boxing fan if you don't know at least one fighter in every division. At least one. Yeah, you might not watch that weight class all the time, but you at least watch somebody in that weight class. Because if you're a boxing
Yeah,
fan, you're going to keep up with all of boxing. If you're a boxing fan, you're going to keep up with all of boxing. But if you're not a boxing fan, you're not going to keep up with all of boxing. You're going to keep up with the guys that you know.
yeah. Which I mean, that's cool if that's your prerogative.
Yeah, it's
That's your
cool
prerogative.
if that's what you want to do. I mean, just don't say you can't tell me that you're a diehard boxing fan because a
You're
diehard
not.
boxing fan know who Oscar Collazo is. A diehard boxing fan know who he is.
And if you don't
So
know
you
who he
can't.
is, it's okay. Do your homework if you don't know. It's all right. But don't. Nah, I don't know who that is, so I don't bother watching them. Okay.
Yeah, and that's what I'm like.
You went out free. Free. You went out. Free. Oh God, you can't hear me. Gotta wait for him to come back, y'all. He went out. Free. 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 God. You let him know he's free. Let him know. Let me let him know.
Hold on.
There you go.
All right. I don't know what happened. I was like,
I
hold on,
don't
it
know.
got quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't know what happened, but yeah. So when we talk about these guys, and and I get, I get it, but I don't get it. Y'all want to do what moves the needle, and only reason why I always mention views because this is what these guys look for, man. We have to talk about these same five ones because no, people are too
Yeah.
afraid to look at too many people are afraid to look at their videos and go, how in the hell is it that I only got 80 views? I got 100 views for that. I got 200 views for that. I should have had more. Why? Why should you have more?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I very seldom pay attention to how many views I got. I do a video or I do a live stream and I keep it moving. However many views I get is how many views I get. I
Yeah,
very seldom go back and look at my views. Very
just
seldom.
be appreciative because some views are better than no views. So just appreciate that. You know what I mean? But yeah, but like
I
like I
mean,
said, man, it's
I mean,
it's whatever.
I understand why like I said why some people do. I mean, if you plan on making this a full time gig or if you doing it to try to make money, you want to try to keep your views up. So I understand. Me
Yeah,
personally, like I said, I do this as a hobby. This is not my full time job. If I make money from it, then so be it. But it's not my full time job. I'm not at that point where I said, okay, I'm gonna do YouTube as a full time gig. If I was, then I would be doing live streams and videos every damn day. If I was really trying to make YouTube a full time job or something that I can get money from, I would be doing, because there's a lot of things that I could talk about, whether it's football, whether it's basketball, or it's boxing. Because I move around to a lot of different channels. I do a lot of research on basketball, football, and boxing. So I could talk about a lot of different things. It just, I do this as a hobby. I don't do this as a full time gig.
Yeah, I mean, I just enjoy myself with it. That's what I do. You know what I mean? Enjoy myself as much as I can, and whatever's out there is out there. That's how I look at it.
And I mean, to be honest with you, I don't, me doing it full time, I like, that's the reason why I changed my name to D Free Sports Talk, because I can't just talk about one sport, because there's so many other sports that I like to watch that I talk about, that I can't just talk about only one sport, because then I find myself not paying attention to other sports because I'm only talking about one sport. So I only want to get the information from that sport. No, I watch basketball, I watch football, I watch boxing. So why not talk about all of them? That's why I changed my name to D Free Sports Talk, because I watch all of those sports.
Yeah, as we should. You know what I mean? As we should. But yeah, man, I enjoy this, man. I enjoy it. I'm not, I don't come up to argue boxing. I come up to talk about it. That's the fun thing about doing what it is that we do. But there's so many other fighters out there that people just gotta, But I'm at a point. you know what? I'm be real free. I'm at a point where I'm like, man, watch who you watch and like who you like. I don't give a damn anymore, for real, because they're gonna look
Yeah,
at boxing however they look at it.
yeah, that's what I said. I mean, when people say, "Oh, boxing is in a bad place," or "boxing is dying," I'm like, if that's what you see, I say I don't see it that way, because I watch boxing just about every weekend. If it was dying, it wouldn't be on just about every weekend.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
literally, I was watching fights last weekend when there wasn't really anything on. There wasn't really anything on, but I was watching fights last weekend. Who fought last weekend?
Bam Bam and O'Shea
Yeah,
Jones.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't last weekend. It was the weekend before last. It wasn't last weekend. It
Okay,
was the weekend before last. Yeah, because Bam fought last weekend. The weekend before last, we was watching fights. It was me, Cam J, D1, Shelton Moore, um, a few other guys, Be More Bully, a few other guys. We was watching boxing last. I mean, the weekend before last. It wasn't really nothing on. It wasn't no quote unquote big names on, but it was some good fights that went on. I was like, damn, dude, really, they in there joint throwing.
yeah, yeah, but
And that's another
like I
that's
said,
another thing too. You get with guys like Champ Ross, guys like Southern T, and you realize there's fights going on. It's just not the big names. Cause Champ Ross, he has this little fantasy league that he does, and he got fights every weekend, and you be surprised the fights that's going on, because a lot of these guys you probably never heard of, and you sitting there watching guys that you never even paid attention to, because you're in a fantasy league, so you want to keep up with what's going on in your fantasy league.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
That's why I'm
makes
like,
me
man,
sick
it's
sometimes.
it's
You know what
always
I
it's
mean?
always something to talk about
It's
in
always from
sports.
amateur. Listen, from the amateurs to the pros, it's always something. There's a young lady right now. in amateur boxing, we all can sit back and be like, appreciate it, BBO, even though I don't really celebrate it, but appreciate it though. I really don't too much care about it. It sounds crazy though, but it is what it is. But appreciate it, brother. There's a girl or young kid right now, male or female,
100%.
that's in the amateurs right now. That's the next up and coming. But we won't know because we don't watch. Gotta watch. That's how I was able to discover. I won't say I discovered, but that's how I was able to find Keith Cologne. You know what I'm saying? That was awesome. Just on Facebook and connecting to his pops and then meeting him. Shouts to my brother Keith for getting it in today in Boston, man. Like, it's nothing wrong with meeting a fighter, rather if it's amateur or if it's a prospect, building something with them and then telling the public about them, putting them out there so people will know about them. There's nothing wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen. Get out this comfortability of just knowing who you know. Because other than that, you ain't gonna try to convince me you're a boxing fan. I don't give a shit how much you think you know. I don't care how much you sit
Goddamn.
up here. I don't care how much you sit up here and try to break down boxing to me. Don't tell me shit if you just got particular fighters that you like and that's it. I don't shit. I don't give a damn who you are. That's for anybody, any channel, whether the channel is big or if the channel is small. Now you have a right to
Hey,
like who you like, but don't try to
hey,
convince me.
Clarence,
Ain't gonna happen.
I gotta ask you
Yes,
a question.
sir.
Do y'all do something special in the city for Juneteenth?
There's a parade. Yeah. I was just looking at some. Yeah. Brooklyn got something going on today. The Bronx got something going. It's a parade too. There's a parade going on for it. I won't be a part of it
Because
though.
I don't know if DC do anything special for Juneteenth. I just know the federal government is shut down. I mean, well, not shut down, but they off today, so nobody really on the streets like that because ain't nobody at work. But I
Yeah,
don't know if
I'm.
they really do.
You know what? After them having the Nick parade, it shouldn't even. And talking about doing something today, it's been enough going on in the city as it is. I'm good. I'm super good. Like I'm gonna stay in this house and I'm gonna wait till my next job, go there, and that's gonna be it because it's too much in the city. And it would be okay if people would know how to act, but since they don't, yeah, I'm good. I ain't even trying to be a
Yeah, I
part of none
mean,
of the chaos. Too much chaos for me. I mean, I've literally watched people, and you know what? And I said this publicly, and this is going to hurt. Um, that sometimes the Knicks being in the finals was a bad idea, or them even winning because of the behavior of the people. And it hurts me to say that, but what I witnessed was a lot of people just acting out and people being punched in their face and they've been beat, they've been cut. Police they still have a job to do. They're a little frustrated because this has been a tough year so far. They just worked the parade last year. I mean, last week you had the Puerto Rican Day Parade, then they had to come back for the Nick Parade. They got the Juneteenth, and you got the Dominican Parade. You got so much stuff coming up where it's super frustrating. But at the end of the day, when you pick something for a living, it's what you got to do. That's why we have to be careful what we pick to do for a living. Don't pick it because of the benefits. Don't just pick it because of what you get paid. Oh, I get vacations, I get this and insurance. I mean, all that is cool, but what you're not thinking about is the shit that comes with it. Is it worth it? That's what they don't think about, Free. They just think about the pay,
Yeah.
they think about the vacations and the benefits. All that is cool, but do you ever take the people don't take the time to think about what comes with shit. What comes with it? It's almost like when you date that woman, right? She bad as fuck, right? You like, oh my gosh, she can get it. But you don't think about what comes with her. You like, all right, yeah, I could do this, but it's a lot that come with baby girl. I don't care how pretty she
That,
is.
that's the first thing. That's the first thing that I like. I guess maybe because I'm older and I've been in a lot of different relationships. Like when I see women on the street that I say, okay, she's beautiful. I start looking for certain.
Oh damn, you went out again, free. Oh shit, this joint. This is head. It's gotta be his headphones. I don't let him know, y'all. He went out. Yeah, free Mike. I just told him.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So
No. I was
yeah.
saying. I was saying when I look at females, probably because I'm older now and I've been through a lot of different relationships. The first thing I do is I look at their clothes, I look at their feet, I look at what type of vehicle, and I be like, she probably from the hood. She probably live in a house that's roach infested and clothes everywhere. I be like, nah, I'm good.
Well,
I don't
it's
know
not
why I
about
do
this.
it.
It wasn't even just about because I don't want to turn this into. I don't want people to think I'm turning it into a women thing. I was just talking about, basically about people not understanding what comes with something, uh, a job, even on this YouTube, free everything we do, social media. Like for some people, they ain't built for this social media shit. And people that's in a rush to get a YouTube channel, don't be in a rush to get one because you got to think about what comes with this shit. Ask yourself, for you, will it be worth it?
Yeah,
Would it be worth it?
like I think a lot of people think we just come up here just to talk.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not really. Yeah, we do come up here to talk, but when you actually put
Somebody let Free know his mic is out again. Matter of fact, I'll do it. It's not it's I think it's his headphones, y'all. This is earpiece. This is earpiece.
I think I got a shortage in this cord.
It is. I could tell because
Yeah, I think I got
it'll
a
go
shortage
out.
in this cord.
It'll go
Yeah, I
out
think I
every
got a
minute.
shortage in my cord. But I
Yeah.
was saying, no, I think when you're doing this YouTube, yeah, we come up here to talk, but it's a lot of homework, a lot of research that we got to do. Because if you starting a channel, yeah, you might be able to get away with it for like a week, maybe a month, but then people are going to start to realize that's when you'll start to realize, okay, you're not having as many people come past your channel anymore that you used to have because they were supporting you because you was on other channels with them or somebody told them to
Um.
subscribe to you and things like that.
Yeah. It's some ups and downs that come with this, right? Some people you could be doing a great job, right? Let's just say you're doing a fantastic job. You do your research. You know what you're talking about. Some people will stop coming through just for certain reasons, whatever. This is what people don't understand, right? You don't mess with somebody that they cool with, right? No more. So now they'll stop being cool with you, which to me the shit is crazy. I've seen it, seen it.
Another thing is too, it's the delivery. If you're not entertaining for the
Yeah,
audience, they're
yeah,
not going
yeah.
they're not going to come around. Like if the topic is not interesting, they're not going to stay around. Now you can have an interesting topic,
Yeah.
but if you're not entertaining or you don't have all of the facts correct, they're
Yeah.
not going to stay around. So you have to have at least two of the things. Like you might not be a real talkative person, so you'll open up the panel to have people come up and conversate with you. That way
Yes.
you can have the audience interact with the host. Now,
Yeah.
maybe you are entertaining and you don't need anybody to come up there with you. Well, you better have all
Yeah.
your facts straight, because if you don't have all your facts straight, yeah, you're entertaining, but people only going there because you're entertaining. They're not going there to get any information from you because you don't have all your facts straight.
Yeah.
So you'll start to lose audience that way too. So that's why you see a lot of these channels that grow real fast, or channels that become big channels, is because they usually have all of the three things that I just mentioned. They're they're entertaining, they know how to deliver their message, and they have all of the facts. If you don't have those three things, a lot of times your channel won't grow. And I mean, you have alternatives to those rules, but a lot of times those channels won't grow because you don't have all of those three factors. And it takes time, because when I first got on YouTube, I didn't know how to talk in front of a camera. I didn't like being in front of a camera.
Yeah.
I was nervous being in front of a camera. Now it's nothing to me to get on a YouTube or hop on a panel and start talking. It's nothing to me.
Yeah.
But at first, I'd be nervous as hell.
Yeah. I mean, yo, it could, it could go any way, and this is why we tell people do what's best for you, because me, I'm just having fun with this, man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm having fun with it. I'm in the
Like I said,
beautiful
if
position.
you go look at my very first live, that joint was only like 35 minutes. I was nervous as hell. I, Cause I've been on panels, but I never actually did my own show.
You know
So when I
what?
did my own joint, I was only up there for like 35
It
minutes.
was it wasn't too hard for me because I was already used to going
Yeah,
live on
I mean you
Facebook. No, I'm
yeah,
talking
you
about as
was
far as
doing yours.
Facebook, right? When I first started going live on Facebook, not to even talk boxing, just to talk to the people, I was already doing that dolo, and then somebody will want to come up and talk to me. But I had got so used to doing that, it kind of, I don't know. It's like God knew what direction He was going to lead me in. Because when I first got my social media, it was in 2017. And then 3 years later, I started doing so. It kind of prepared me for that. The only difference is with boxing was I knew at some point, I was like, okay, not only you got to know what you're talking about, but you're going to have people that's going to agree to disagree, which, of course, we see that started to happen eventually. Um, but yeah. I mean, listen, the beautiful thing
And
about it,
see,
free, man, we came a long way. People just don't know. They think they know.
yeah, and see, like me, I'm a straightforward person, so I get right to my topic. I don't do a whole lot of elaborating. I get right to the point. And that's why my show was so quick the first time, because I got right to the point. I talked what I wanted to talk about. I gave my examples and things like that, and then I pretty much was done. I was like, I ain't really had too much else to say. And so I was like, appreciate y'all for coming through. And then that was the end of the show. That's why it was only like 35 minutes. As time went on, my show started getting longer and longer and longer because I got more
Yeah,
comfortable, and I knew how to hold a whole hour, 2 hour, 3 hour show. At first, it was like, okay, I'm gonna talk about this, and give this example, and then move on to this, then move on to that, and that's pretty much all it was. And so you think, okay, when I start a show, I could talk for hours, nothing like that, and then you get up there and you be like, especially when you don't have the panel open to talk back and forth to nobody, you're just reading what's in the comments. A lot of times you be like, it'd be that awkward silence where you just like, okay,
Um,
are y'all gonna talk?
you know
Are y'all
what?
gonna talk to me? Are y'all gonna
And
talk to me,
but
or
you
is
know
this
what
gonna
I
be
had to
me talking?
learn. But you know what I had to learn about that. That and this is what helped me, and this is why it's nothing for me to come up here and do it by myself. And there's times I come up here. I think one time, well, I ain't gonna say one time. There's a couple times I stayed up here anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes, dolo. Um, because you got to tell yourself, number one, everybody's not gonna always want to come up with you or come up. Period.
Yeah.
Um, and sometimes you need to be up here because sometimes you think you're doing people a favor by letting them come up, right? And then you say to yourself, I should have just stayed dolo. Why did I let him come up? He done came and changed the whole mood of the show. Because some people will do
Yeah.
that. They come and change the whole mood where people were like, damn, Free, I was in it for the first 20 minutes. You let this fool up. I'm ready to get off now. Free, I've seen people go, I'll come check you later when he ain't up here. When they ain't
Yeah.
up
No,
here.
I mean, yeah, it be like that sometimes. But like I've done a whole football game, and I was by myself, and nobody. I mean, I didn't have Marky Dan or B3 or Prize Fighter come up there. They was doing other stuff. Or sometimes I might have just did a game and they didn't even know I was going live. So I did a game. Like I
Yeah,
think I did one
sometimes
joint.
these notifications, I turn the notifications on sometimes, but for some reason, people don't get them. They don't get them, or some people will get them and don't be. I don't care. I don't really care if you're interested in coming over here or not, because at the end of the
Like
day, I'm gonna
I
still
think I
do what
did
I do.
one. I think I did one like 9 o'clock game because it came on at 9 o'clock in the morning, and so a lot of them dudes probably wasn't even up yet, and I just went live because it was a football game on, and I was going to go live, and I think that was the day I did. I think I did 3 football games. I did the 9 o'clock game, I did the 1 o'clock game, and I did the 4 o'clock game. That live was probably about a good 10, 10, yeah, like 10 hours long. That was like a 10-hour long live. And I was
Damn.
I was alone for about a good 3 hours. About a good 3 hours, I was by myself doing the live. And then all of a sudden, 1 o'clock come around, Prize and B3 and Marky Dan, they came through or whatever. And so then I had somebody up there. But for 3 hours, I was by myself calling the game. Few people came through the chat that was up and saw that I was live, and then some people that I didn't even know that because they watched football and they saw that I was doing a live stream on the game, they came through. So, I mean, it's nothing to me doing a live by myself now, but at first
Yeah,
I was I was nervous. I was like, shit, I don't even know anything else to talk about. I pretty much covered everything I want to cover. Y'all got anything y'all want to talk about? If not, I'm gonna get out of here. That's you.
yeah,
That's literally how it went. The first what 2 or 3 lives that I did.
yeah.
First two or three lives. After that, I was like, I ain't got nothing else to talk about.
Yeah. It'd be like that. I just be glad that I'm in a position where I can do
I
this.
was never one of those ones. Like
I'm
I used
having
to be. I
fun.
was never one of those ones that like to talk in front of people. Like when you know how when you were in class and the teacher call you to the front to read a paragraph or talk about something. I'd be sitting in the back of the class like, man, she better not call me. She better not
Let me
call
tell
me.
you something. That's where I used to get in trouble at. Because when they used to call me to come up, I refused to, and then they want to tell my pops or parents teacher come up. I'm like, I don't give a damn. Tell them what you want to tell them. Because out of all the people in the class, what the hell you calling me for? And they'll purposely call you because everybody else is raising their hand because you not. They want to call on you. You
I
can
remember.
call me on what?
I remember the first time a teacher called me to the front of the class to read a paragraph, and I was so nervous that you would. And the teacher thought this, and this what made me mad, and that's why I said I would never want to go in front of the class again, because I was so nervous because I was always a shy individual. I never really I was never really a people person. Like if I was cool with you, I would talk, laugh, and joke with you. If I didn't know
Yeah,
you, I was quiet. I didn't say nothing to you. You don't say nothing to me, and we leave it like that. So when she called me in front of the class to read, I was so nervous that you would thought that I didn't know how to read because I was stuttering. I was messing up words and everything. And it wasn't because I didn't know how to read. It was because I was nervous. So the teacher called my mother and my father to the school and was like, I think your son have a problem with reading. My father was like, my son know how to read. What you talking about? She was like, nah, I had him read in front of the class and he couldn't pronounce the word. I was like, nah, I could pronounce the word. I was nervous. She was like, you know how to read? I was like, yeah. So I read the whole thing out. She was like, my father was like, I told you my son know how to read. He knows how to read. It was like, I'm just nervous. She was like, oh, okay. So we gotta break you out. I was like, no, you don't. You ain't gotta break me out of nothing. I'm cool. I was like, no, I just don't like.
Okay,
I don't
yeah,
like
no.
getting in front of people. I don't like getting in front of people. I like reading to myself. I like I like doing things by myself. I don't like being in front of people. And she was like, no, but you got to get out of that because in the long run, I mean, I wish I would have listened to her because I would have been a lot more open and a lot different. But I was like, no, I'm not doing that. No, sir, not me. I'm gonna stay to myself and I'm gonna do things the way I like to do things. I feel more comfortable doing it like this. I don't like being in front of the people. She would call me to the front of the class. I'd be like, she would like, well, can you solve this math problem? I go solve the math problem and sit down. She'd be like, hold on, you got to explain how you did it. What you mean? You had the math problem right there. What you mean?
I'm
I got
not
to
doing.
explain how I
I'm
did
not
it.
doing. I'm not. I'm not. I don't feel like doing all that. I don't need to explain all that.
I was like, you the teacher. You tell them how I
You,
did it.
you explain
You
it.
the teacher. I'm not the teacher. She was like, you got to explain how you came
I ain't got to
to that
do. I ain't
answer.
got to do. You listen.
I
I
came to the
they
answer
used to
because
do.
that's what the multiplication asked me. You said this number times this number. What did I come up with? I came. She like, well, you got to bring the numbers down, and then you got to bring the next number. I was like, man, I do all that in my head. I don't do that on the board. She like, so you don't write down none of that. You do it all in your head. I'm like, yeah, you can look at my work. I don't write none of that down. I do it in my head. She like, so you don't never mess it up. I said, what math problem have I ever failed? She like,
Mm, mm.
she started thinking, she was like, hold on, I'm gonna give you another math problem. So she gave me another math problem. It was a much bigger number. And I looked at the board for about 30 seconds and then I wrote down the answer. She was like, you did all that in your head? I was like, yeah,
Hmm.
I did it in my head. She was like, I'm gonna have to have a meeting with your mother, your father, and the guidance counselor. I was like, what I do now? She was like, don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later. I was like, man, what the hell? I was like, what I do now? So
Like,
my
what's
friends
going
came
on
back
here?
to the school. My friends came back to the school. This time she was like, nah, I want to put your son in a tag program because he has extraordinary gift that I don't see kids his age have. And she was
Yeah.
like, they was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, it's better that I show you. So she put a math problem up on the board. She was like, Dwayne, go solve the math problem. I went up to the board, looked at it, wrote down the answer, and she was like, see? They were like, what you talking about? She was like, y'all don't see anything strange about that? They were like, he didn't write nothing down but the answer. He did everything in his head. And everybody sitting there looking at the math problem, they was like, so she was like, okay, yeah, y'all don't find that strange. She's like, okay, I'm gonna write another math problem down. Now y'all go solve the math problem. They was sitting there looking like they was like, let's solve that damn math problem. They sitting there, they sitting there doing the joy. They were like, Dwayne, go write the answer down. I went up there, looked at the math problem, wrote down the answer. They were like, he is gifted. He is gifted.
Yeah. Listen.
I
Hold, yeah.
was like,
Hold
man,
on, Free. Give me one
I'm not
second. Give me
writing that.
one second, Free. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me one
I
second.
was like, no, I'm not writing down no goddamn. I do all that in my head. I don't write it down on the paper. I did all of that, carrying the number down and carrying the number over. I did all that in my head. I'm like, I don't do that. And I never liked math. Math wasn't my strong point. I knew how to do math. I got straight A's in math, but I didn't like it. That wasn't something that I liked, but I know how to do it. And she was like, yeah, you a little different. You different. I was like, different how? She's like, and she showed me everybody else paper, and everybody else they wrote out how they came to their answer. They had they wrote the numbers down where it was like 12 times 12, and they were like, okay, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 1 is 1, and then it was like, you see how they did it, and you see how you did it. I was like, oh, I didn't know we were supposed to do that. I just did it in my head. She was like, yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. That's how normal people do it. But you're not normal. You're gifted.
Yeah,
Okay.
I see. Yeah, it's a strong point because I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that shit at all.
And my youngest daughter, the baby twin, she's the same way. She's the same way. And my ex wife, she called me one day. She was like, Dwayne, Kayla is just like you. I was like, I know all my kids like me. No, she was like, no, she's just like you. I was like, what are you talking about? She is great in math. I was like, what you mean? I'm like, she's on a different level. Jayla, she's average. But Kayla, she's on a different level. I was like, okay, she got my genes. She got my genes. Close the door, boy. Ain't nobody else getting in the back.
No, Grandma is.
Grandma is not getting in the back. I'm not no goddamn chauffeur.
She said she was out. I want to lay on her lap.
You're free. When did you become an
So
Uber and Lyft driver?
I don't know.
When you become Uber and Lyft free, let me know because I'll pay you to take me into some places.
I don't know when that happened.
He said, "Grandma getting in
I
the
told
back.
you.
I'm laying on her lap."
Grandma getting in the front. I told you. No, she getting in the back on her side. Man, what kind of bullshit is this?
That's crazy work.
It do not matter about the seat.
I think this driving Miss Daisy or something.
That's crazy. My man
I think
Freedom
my
became
name
a Lyft
Benson.
driver. My man worked for Uber.
I think I'm Benson or somebody.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't know you was doing DoorDash right now.
This some bull. This some bull.
My girl back there looking comfortable.
Huh? Of course I got my keys. Did you lock the door? Oh yeah.
That Miss Free looking comfortable as I don't know what.
She ain't gonna look comfortable when she hit her head on that damn window when I hit this corner real hard.
Yo, why would you do
Got me
Yo, why would
driving
you
like
do that?
I'm a lift driver or something.
Why would you do that?
And
Yo,
I gotta sit here ride around like I drive for Lyft or something. We get to the daggone joint, they're gonna like, you can't park right there. What you mean I can't park right here? No, Lyft drivers they gotta drop off at the front. Nigga, I'm going to the graduate. Get the fuck out of my damn face. Lyft drivers gotta go to the front. You gonna get the fuck out of my damn face? I'm going to the graduation. I ain't no damn Lyft driver.
Oh God.
I'm saying that
Yo, fool, you stupid, though. Oh, you stupid. Oh God.
Yeah. But
Yo,
yeah, nah, that's what I'm
stupid.
saying. It's a lot of homework and studying and preparing when it comes to doing YouTube. It's not something that you could just turn on the camera and say, "Oh, I'm gonna do a show today."
No,
No,
no.
you gotta prepare for that. Like when you go
But
to work,
listen,
you ain't got necessarily prepare for work. You already know what you're doing when you get there. You doing
yeah.
now when you first got to that job, you had to prepare yourself because it was the first time that you was doing it. Now that you've been doing it for weeks or months or years, it ain't nothing you got to prepare for. You know what you're going to deal with when you walk in that damn office or when you walk in that store, that department, whatever you do for a living. You know what you already prepared
Listen,
for. So
when I go into my
you
job,
ain't
two
gotta
things I
get
do when I
prepared.
walk in. I gotta clock in through my computer, and I know at 10 o'clock the phones are gonna start ringing. I got phones to answer, I got messages to write down, I got names to take of who the caller is. I already know that without somebody telling me. So yeah, after a while, you know what to do when you come in. Know what to do. I mean,
Yeah. So
nobody nobody
it's the
got to
same
sit there
thing
and hold your hand.
with it's the same thing with YouTube. When you first do YouTube, you gotta prepare yourself. And
Yeah,
once you started doing it for a while, you ain't necessarily got to prepare yourself as much because you already have it up here from watching whatever you was watching and you was taking mental notes. So you like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bring this up on the show tonight, or I'm gonna talk about this tonight, and you already forming your show in your head. But when you first did your show, oh, you had to write everything down and you had to prepare yourself to do the show. But once you do
yeah,
it for a while, all of that comes up in your head. You prepare your show in your head. You might still write some notes down and here and there because there's certain things that you want to talk about and you want to make sure you don't forget. But for the most part, your show is in your head
you know,
because you already know how
you
you're gonna conduct the
you know what
show.
I started learning to do. Um,
What's that?
I just, for some reason, I don't know if it's a good idea. I Sometimes I just freestyle what it is that I want to talk about. Because I know if I write it down, whatever I write down, I'm not gonna follow it. I know me. I'm always changing up. That's why a lot of my stuff is just freestyle. Sometimes it depends on what it is that I'm talking about. Like the whole Josh Kelly Fedora. That's something that I know a lot of people might not talk about hard body. They talk about it, but they don't talk about it hard body. Which means, I look at that and I go, well, I'll talk about it because it's something that interests me. And what could possibly happen after next week, we don't know, man. What happens if we look up and we get Fedora and Boots? We could possibly get Fedora and Boots. How crazy would that be, Free, to get Fedora and
We
Boots?
could we could we can possibly get Frendora and Xander.
God damn.
That's an even bigger surprise.
Yeah, because Xander wanted that before. He wanted that.
Yeah, it's a bigger surprise because one, we didn't think that that fight would materialize, and two, most people are not picking Xander to beat Boots. So that
No.
means Boots would have had to lost to Xander Zayas, and um, Frendora accepted the fight for Xander Zayas.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, it'll be crazy if either one of those fights happen. I mean, we could still possibly get Frendora fighting the loser, but I'm talking about for unification. It will be a surprise to a lot of people if we get, or it'll be a good fight for a lot of people if we get Xander Zayas in a unification with Sebastian Frendora, or Jerome Bucinis in a unification against Sebastian Findor. That'll be a fight that everybody's talking about because they want to see that fight. They want to see Boots versus Findor. They want to see Xander versus Findor if he makes it past Boots.
Yeah. Very interesting. I'm patiently waiting to see how this movie turns out. That's why I say it's so much going on. Even with the Tim Zul and Spence. Oh, I don't want to see that. I do. It's here. So, for them to say boxing's dead, all of y'all are just spoiled. You're spoiled. You're very spoiled, and it's sad. Calling yourself a boxing fan is not what you should do because that you are not.
I mean, to be honest with you, I want to see when is Gabrielle going to get back in the ring, and what weight class is she going to fight at?
Interesting. But these are the type of conversations free they don't have. These are the conversations. Well, who cares? Who cares? She's a female and she's at a small weight class. Who cares? Guess what? A real boxing fan cares. I care. When are we gonna ever see?
What I saw?
What?
And this is the reason I know a lot of these fans don't know what they be talking about. I saw a lot of people criticize Bam Rodriguez on his fight that he had last week.
Yeah. I've been reading a lot of comments on that. They was bashing him like crazy.
Bam had a bad fight, or based on that performance, I don't think Bam could beat Monster anyway.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That performance? You talking about the fight that Bam stopped his opponent?
Yeah.
He took too many shots. If he would took some shots like that from Monster anyway, he might not survive that fight. I think Monster anyway will knock him out. Well, there's one or two things that I know about not only Bam Rodriguez but Mexicans in general. One, they got a granite chin, and two, they're going to be a tough fight regardless of who they fight. Regardless of who they fight, they're going to be a tough fight for the most part. If they're a good Mexican fighter, they're going to be a tough fight regardless of who they fight. I mean, look at Castillo versus Floyd. Look at Madonna versus Floyd. Those were tough fights. And I don't think Madonna is Mexican, but I think Castillo is. But nevertheless, they both Latinos. They both Latinos, and they were a tough fight for Floyd the first go around.
Yes.
First go around, there was a tough fight for Floyd. The second go around, Floyd beat them easy because he already knew what to expect because he fought him right before this.
Yeah.
So I just think I'm like, no, I can't base off of what Vargas was able to do in the Bam Rodriguez fight that Monster anyway will beat Bam Rodriguez, because what I saw was Bam Rodriguez was turning his opponent. He was landing vicious body shots. He was landing vicious head shots. I'm like, dog, I don't know if Monster could take the punishment that Vargas was taking. You talking about you don't know if Bam can take a shot from Monster anyway. I don't know if Monster could take the shots that Vargas was taking. Bam was hitting that man with some vicious shots. I was like, God damn. Hard body shot. Hard head blow. So it goes both ways, but I saw a lot of people talk. I'm like, oh, y'all really don't watch boxing like that because y'all basing off of what somebody else was able to do that another guy will be able to do that. Those guys don't fight the same style of fight.
Oh, you got to get Bernard back on the show. You got to get Bernard back on the
And never
show.
look at that ever.
You got to get Bernard
You
back on the
can't, you
show,
can't,
Kev.
you can't,
This you're
you
walking
can't.
away.
I mean, yeah, but he right now he's training
You're
because
waiting for me.
Jaleel about to fight Devershenko.
July 26th. I just read it. My
Not
man.
listening.
Oh,
Oh yeah, he
I
about
got.
to fight
Yo,
that
you
joint came
know
out a
how
couple of days ago.
crazy that's gonna be, Levchenko. You know how crazy that's gonna be.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be in the center of the ring, and it's going to be blow for blow.
Yo,
It's going
I
to come
gotta
down to
definitely pull up.
who
I
can't
definitely
take
gotta.
whose
I
blow.
definitely. I was already going. I definitely got to go now. I got to do it. It's a
Yeah,
must.
Jaleel fighting Devershenko. Yeah, we knew about that. We knew about that a couple of days. Like maybe a week ago, we knew about that. We knew that about a week ago.
Yeah, I gotta definitely pull up. I gotta definitely pull up for that. That's gonna be stupid. Yeah, but
Yeah, that's a good fight for Jaleel. It's a good measuring stick to see where he's at.
yeah. Yo, my man fighting July
Devershenko
twenty
been in
fourth
there
and
with
2300.
Jamal. He's been in there with Devershenko. Been in there with Jamal. He's been in there with um. I want to say he's been in there with Canelo, McGear. I think he's been in there. No, he might have. I think he might have been in there with Triple G too.
Who? Who? Devchenko?
I'm not sure if
Yeah,
Devin.
he did.
Yeah, Devershenko.
He was in there with Jacobs. He was in there with Triple G. Um, yeah, he was in there with a few. He was in there with a few monsters, man. He got a couple. He
Yeah, he
got
been in there. I
he
know
been
he
in there.
was in there. I know he was in there with. He was in there with Maul and he was in there with Jaime McGee. I do know that. I
Yeah,
knew he fought both of
I
them,
gotta go to the. I
but I
gotta go
wasn't
to the
sure
gym
about.
because he trains. He trains out here in New York in Cops and Kids in Brooklyn. I gotta go by there, man. I gotta go by there. See if I could do a one on
Yeah,
one. He
and that
speaks
that
he
hey,
speaks a little good English. I'm gonna try to
that's a
see if I
tough
can get
fight
him.
for Jaleel.
That's gonna be a real tough fight because
That's another.
that man got experience. But I'm happy for Jalil. I'm
I don't
happy for
I don't know
Jalil.
how
I'm happy for Jalil to
I'm
get that.
picking in that fight.
I'm happy that Jalil
Yeah,
got
I
that
don't know
though.
how I'm gonna pick in that fight because
If
I
Jalil if,
gotta look at the variables that
if
makes up that
Jalil
fight
beats him in
because
that, if Jalil beats him in
Devershenko
that,
is
then
not
it's
no
like, oh
slouch.
boy.
He's not a slouch.
But if Jalil beats him in
If
that,
Jaleel stops him,
oh Lord. Oh Lord.
if Jaleel stops him, that catapults Jaleel like a mug. Because not a lot of
Yeah.
guys stop Devershenko. They beat him. They beat him, but not a lot of guys stopped him.
Nah. If that happens to happen, oh boy. Oh boy. What could you say after that? Now some of you geniuses
He's ready
will
for the next
go,
level.
well, some of you geniuses will say, who's Devchenko? Who's Devchenko? You know how these people are. Do your homework on him.
Devershenko, Devershenko is a journeyman, but he's been in there with some of the best guys at 160 pounds. So for Jaleel to be able to beat him, let's say okay, Jaleel is ready for the next level. He's ready for the next level
Yeah.
because you have gatekeepers and you have journeymen. You have gatekeepers and you have journeymen. Both of them are tough fighters, but a gatekeeper is usually somebody that was a former champion. It's usually somebody that was a former champion or somebody that fought for a title multiple times.
Yeah.
Journeyman is just a tough individual that fought a lot of different big name fighters. Fought a lot of different big name fighters. They never been a top guy, but they fought a lot of top guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Derevyanchenko. He hasn't beat anybody, but we're talking about a young guy coming up. I mean, I ain't gonna say he hasn't beat anybody. He hasn't beat any of the top level guys, but we're talking about a young guy coming up who's able to beat him.
Yeah.
That's a good name on Jalil's resume.
It's a great name. And now that I see that, I'm interested now.
You said, "Oh,
I'm
my
definitely
dad's
interested
gonna
in
have."
attending that now. If I wasn't,
See, and
I
then you remember
definitely
how
am
it
now. And I just so happened to be going through my phone and seeing that. So when it just popped up just now, I'm like, yeah, I don't mind that. I definitely will attend that. That's
I
I'm
love
happy.
that.
I'm happy for him
But we
though.
had no James, we had
I'm glad that he's getting that.
Dream, sit your butt back. Dream, sit back.
Big dream. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, I gotta be there for that one, man. I'm sure Bernard is happy. I'm so happy for them that they're in that position. Happy for him. I'm happy for Jahad Tucker. I'm happy for a lot of these guys that people don't have high hopes for. They don't too much care about them, but these are two young men. Um, that's they deserve an opportunity and a shot, and I'm glad they're getting it. Your joint went out again, free.
Uh,
There you go.
I was about to ask you how was the parade for the Knicks yesterday. I forgot you said you was at the parade yesterday.
Um, that shit, man. It was all right. Nothing happened to me. I mean, I was good, and it was to see it. It was wild to see how many people was out there and the stuff that was going on. But I was all right, man. If you look at my videos, I was good. I had my fun. I just thank God that this is how I know God is real because He watched over me because I could have gotten into any kind of situation because people was out there getting into stuff left and right. I was out there with like the people from my job was out there, but I wasn't with them like because there was so much going on, and there were certain streets that was blocked. It was hard to get to people, so we all were basically texting each other and calling each other to make sure we was good. So basically, I'm out there dolo by myself. Anything could have happened, but I wasn't really worried about nothing happening to me. I wanted to enjoy that moment, and by the time we got to City Hall, I really couldn't see or hear anything. And after that, man, I got out of there. I went home. Got
Yeah,
out of there. I went home. I said, "There's too much going on out here right now. Let me go ahead and go home, man." So that's what I went and did. So, and I still had to go to work to my other job, so I had to get out of there yesterday. But I was all right. I was all right. I just thank God that I made it home safe. Cause them fools were tripping. They were really tripping yesterday. I'm like, y'all doing too much, and I don't understand. Like, what are you doing?
I mean, well, what you expect? That was the first championship since 1973.
But you know what though? I just feel like a lot of them was just too extra, bro. I'm just like, what's all the extra shit about?
Uh, I mean,
Like,
most of those
peop-
guys was never allowed to see them win a championship. Shit, a lot of them wasn't even allowed to see Allen Houston and all those guys.
No, I mean when you talk about the last championship being brought to the city 10 years before I even was thought of, yeah, yeah. But then when you go down to when we was around 94 to see them go, 99 to see them go, y'all wasn't even around. You know what I mean? You
Right.
wasn't even thought of. And that's you know what I'm saying. That's cool. I seen a lot of older people out there who were around when they first won. This one guy had to be in his 80s, and his daughter was ready to take him home, and I said he not ready to leave. She said he not gonna leave. He's not gonna leave. He's waited
I
53
know
years
that's
for
what.
this. He's 80 something
Yeah,
years old. He
I
waited
know.
50 something years for this. He's not leaving to go home. He wants to be here to see it. So I'm gonna leave him. He told me, she told me this. She said he told me before he died, if they ever got a chance to win again, he wants to be here to see it. I don't want him here, but I'm not gonna take him home. And he asked me to do something for him, so I'm gonna keep him here. You know? So that's what she did for him.
I know. I know. I'm gonna be down in DC when the Commanders win the Super Bowl this year. I know I'm gonna be down there.
Oh man. Y'all gonna be down there tripping, as you
Yes,
should.
sir. I've been to every parade that the Commanders won the Super Bowl. I was at every single parade that they won the Super Bowl, and I won't
Yeah, I
miss
mean,
this one neither.
yeah, man. At the end of the day, it's all about you and enjoying yourself and you know having fun. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Nothing else matters. You go out there and you have you some fun. And if we're not having fun, then what are we doing? 'Cause that's what I
Waste
care about.
the time.
I care about going to have fun.
I got out jam packed.
That's good. Sometimes you need it because you need people off the roads. Sometimes people be doing too much, so you need some time where you just off the road and you know you relaxing. I'm looking up for this show that Danny Garcia is doing June 24th in Philly. I'm trying to see if I can put credentials in for it. I don't see anything. I'm trying to see what I could do.
We need this nigga off the road that's in front of me. This old ass cab. Get your ass out the way. You ain't even supposed to be out here. You a DC cab. You in Maryland. Your ass ain't even supposed to be out here.
Yo, you stupid.
Nah,
What you
they
say?
get a ticket. They get a ticket. I mean, he might live in Maryland though. But if a DC cab is in Virginia or Maryland picking up passengers, they'll get a ticket. The same way if a Virginia or Maryland cab driver is in DC picking up passengers, they'll get a ticket. You got to stay in
Oh, word?
your own. Yeah, they'll get a ticket
Why is that?
because they not licensed for that state. They only licensed for
Oh,
their state to be a cab driver. Now every state has their own regulations. So that just because they're a cab driver, that cab company or that vehicle might not pass the regulations for that state or that city. So they have to stay in their own state. Now
oh,
they can drop somebody off in that state. They just can't pick nobody up.
okay. I get you. I didn't know that.
That's
They
the
so
same thing
they
like New York cabs. New York cabs can't. can't pick nobody up in New Jersey. They can drop people off in New Jersey. They can't pick nobody up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
because you taking money from those cab drivers. If somebody wanna take a cab from New Jersey to New York, and a New York cab driver just dropped somebody off in New Jersey, he can't turn around and pick him up because he just took a big purchase from a New Jersey cab driver. That New Jersey cab driver is supposed to get that money.
yeah.
You taking money out of their pocket, and those dudes they would get the fighting. I done seen cab drivers get into it because, like, at certain like bus stops, like the Union Station down here that we have in DC, they have a line where all the cabs line up, and you go by the order that you in line. I literally seen cab drivers get into fist fight because a dude pulled up and picked somebody up in front of another guy that was already sitting in line. Them niggas got into fist fights.
Yeah, it could get kind of crazy. Yeah, because you messing with people's bread. I understand.
Yeah.
It can.
Why the hell that nigga with the damn fence?
They do it here though. They'll get the dumping here. They get the dumping real quick.
I seen. Matter of fact, that day, that weekend that we came out there, when I went out Sunday by myself, was it Sunday? No, yeah, Sunday. When I went out Sunday by myself, cause Vicky and Dream stayed in a hotel, I went out and I was walking around Times Square, and I ended up going to Applebee's to watch the game. As I was walking right there, we was right there by Penn Station. There was two cab drivers that got into it right there at the station. I don't know if it was over the fact that he picked up somebody that he was supposed to pick up. I don't know what they got into it for, but they was going at it, and the police had pulled up. And
They were yellow cabs?
I was going to stand there and watch. Huh?
They were yellow cabs or regular cabs?
They was yellow cabs.
Oh yeah, they gonna them dudes. Oh yeah, them dudes will get it in. They could be from the same country. It ain't gonna matter. They gonna scrap. They gonna scrap for that paper. They gonna do it.
Yeah, I was going to sit there and be nosy.
Thomas,
I
what
was
up?
like, nah, let me get where I'm going. Let me
Thomas
get where I'm
Hill,
going. I'm
what
going
up?
to sit and be nosy.
Nah,
Where to go,
like
T Hill?
one thing about it, they gonna scrap for that paper. They gonna scrap for it. It ain't gonna never be no hesitation about that. You know what I'm saying? No hesitation on that. I've seen it too many times. That's why I just be chilling. I'd be like, yo.
I went to that Applebee's. I went to the Applebee's right there with right next door to the little wax museum.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
There's an Applebee's right there, right next door. And I'm sitting there because I didn't even realize it was a wax museum. And right at the front, they had the statue of The Rock, and I'm like, hold up, The Rock down this going? Why?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking and I can see that it's The Rock, but I'm like, damn, why is not a lot of people around him? Because it looked real as shit. I'm like, it's not a lot of people around him. And I'm looking, I'm like, damn, The Rock don't have a lot of people around. And when I got up there, I was like, oh, it's a wax museum. It's not the real Rock. I was like, that shit fooled the shit out of me from a distance.
Believe me, if it had been a real Rock, it would have been bananas. I want my. Yeah, man. So, yeah, shit. They rolled up over there.
The 27th is a week away.
Yeah, baby. It's gonna be crazy here too. That Barclays Center is gonna be stupid.
They already sold out.
Yeah, yeah. I
From
ain't listen.
from what I
I
heard,
ain't mad
they
at it.
already sold out. They already sold out.
I ain't mad at it though.
I told everybody they was gonna fill that joint up. I'm like,
I'm
dog,
not mad
they
at it.
gonna fill that. They gonna fill that joint up.
I ain't mad at it at all. I'm not mad. It's gonna be lit in there. You know, our black and brown
It's
people.
it's gonna. I was about to say it's gonna be nothing but niggas and Puerto Ricans up in that joint.
Listen, hey,
You
look,
gonna have a bunch of Boricuas and a bunch of Negroes.
look. You could expect everybody and their mamas, from rappers to athletes, to be up in there. Basketball season's over. I wouldn't be surprised if you see the Knicks and the Nets in there together. Know what I mean? Because it's something that when you look at what to do that week, especially with basketball being over, as far as with the men, right? You looking and you like, okay, I want to be in New York, but I don't want to just be in New York to be in New York. What's going on in New York for that week? Oh, we got Jerron Bruce Ennis and Xander Zayas. Oh yeah, I got to be there for that. So that's one of those where, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You got some people that, if especially if they're not from New York, or even if they from New York, they still looking at it like, okay, what's going on this week? That because if not, I'm going down to Vegas, or I'm gonna go somewhere where something's going on. But if this is what's going on in New York this week, yeah, all right, I gotta be there for that.
Man, I'm gonna
So
tell you right
that's
now,
one of those types.
if you ever want to go to New York City and have some fun, the best time to go to New York City is the summertime. That's the best time because
Yep, that's why I
it's
do my barbecue.
always
That's the reason why I do my barbecue. The day I do it, perfect time, and I'm like, yo, this is the perfect time to have you some fun. That's why I just, other than that, if you ain't coming here to have fun, then just go ahead and stay where you at. Do yourself a favor. 'Cause these
yeah.
fools, how these fools are set up, man. Let me tell you. That's why I say God is good. Because I'll be in situations where I'll be in certain situations where I'll be like, oh my God, I made it out of this. This is crazy. But yeah, summertime is the best time, and that's the reason why we do what we do. We have. I mean, the times we have up here in the summer is great. You got to know who to be around and who not to be around, man. 'Cause they just certified idiots up here. You know what I mean? But other than that, it's fun, man. Super fun, and I enjoy it. Just like when you guys get up, I can't wait. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna have me some fun. I can't wait. Uh, like I said, I'll be going on my vacation in about 2 weeks, and then come back to New York. Once I come back to New York, um, I'll start preparing for the cookout.
Hmm.
Once I get Fourth of July and all that out the way, I'm Gucci. I don't got too much to worry about. I'll be uh I'll be all right then. Yeah, but this Josh Kelly and Sebastian, hey man, bring it on, bring it on, bring it all on.
So are they signed to fight?
I know he's supposed to be next. I don't know if he's like next, or they doing like do they have to fight anybody else? But I think they are though. I don't want to sit up here live and say and somebody go that's cap. I bought them up.
Oh well,
Hmm?
that's good news because I said that's good news because you have Sebastian Findor and Josh Kelly. They're going to unify their belts. You have
Yeah,
Teron Businis and Xander Zayas. They fighting for Xander Zayas two belts. So after that, we can possibly have a unification for undisputed.
Yeah, but that's why I was trying to get people to see that this all makes sense. You know what I mean? If this happens, it all makes a whole lot of sense. You know what I mean? Because if somebody can't sit there and tell you that, yo, it don't make no sense to talk about it, and it might not happen, and I go, well, y'all talk about a lot of fights that ain't happening. I mean, if we gonna be real, y'all sit up here every day and talk about something that ain't happening. That ain't even close to happening. So, you know what I mean? We gotta make it make sense. But my
Hey,
thing is free is what could possibly happen after next week. I mean, I'm not taking nothing away from Xander, but if we was to get a Boots, the Fedora would be crazy.
yeah, those would be my top two guys in the division going at each other because I got Sebastian Findor and Jerome Bucinas as 1 and 2.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I got them 1 and 2 in the division right now, and I got Xander as number 3. So we got 2 and 3 going at each other, and then 1 and 4 going at each other. If that fight happens between Sebastian and Josh Kelly,
Yeah.
because you got to say Josh Kelly is number 4 because he beat Boxrom. Virgil Ortiz is off limits right now, so you got to say Josh Kelly is number 4.
Yeah, he's definitely off limits. I was explaining that yesterday to Seafood. Well, last time we saw, I said, yeah, I said, far as that, I said, far as Ortiz is quiet. It's quiet. So we just got to see what happens. But
Yeah,
it's a lot of excitement in boxing right now, man. It's a lot of excitement, and people, like I said, and even with this whole, I don't like talking about it, but even with this kid Austin, right? When we bring that up, and they bring the Tank situation up, right? And they go, yo, that might be happening, and I go, well, okay, let's see. If it is, then I'm all for it. Let's make it happen.
no, it ain't no might. It is happening.
And
They
guess what?
already in negotiation.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I am totally fine with that. I got no issue with that. Because people will love to say how you feel about it. And I go, I don't feel nothing about it. It's happening. Okay.
I mean, how can you feel bad about it? That's the number 1 contender for the WBA. Whether you
No,
believe
I think people
he's
just
ready,
ask, people want to, you know what? Sometimes people are slick. Sometimes people are slick because you think they're just asking you a question just to spark up something. But people know what they're doing.
see, this is the thing that I always tell people. I'm like, I want the number 1s to have their opportunity fight at the title. Whether you think they're ready or not, they fought themselves to get to number 1. If they not ready, well then they get beat. But you can't say because you don't think that they ready, they shouldn't make the fight. Well, what's the purpose of fighting to get to number 1 then? You fought all the way up there to say you not ready yet?
Yeah. What sense would that make?
That's why I come down on Virgil so daggone hard. You was the interim champion in multiple divisions and you never fought a champion. And I'm supposed to say
Yeah.
you the real deal? I can't say that. You never fought for a title. For some reason, your team didn't allow you to fight for a title yet.
Yeah.
Still, has never fought for a title. You got other guys that has never been champion become champions. You had guys that moved in different weight classes become champions, and you still haven't fought for a title yet. But you've been an interim title holder in 2 different divisions.
Yeah, that's crazy work.
I mean, just look at it. Virgil Ortiz started fighting before Xander Zayas and Abdullah Mason,
Yeah,
and he he hasn't been a champion or fought for a title yet. Both of those guys became a champion. You had
yeah,
Brian Norman become a champion, and he started after Virgil Ortiz. Brian Norman became a champion before Virgil Ortiz. You had a lot of guys become a champion that was never champion, or I mean that came into the boxing industry after Virgil or right around the time that Virgil that become champions, and Virgil has never became a champion yet, or never even
yeah,
fought for the title, let alone become a champion. He never even fought for a title.
yeah. That's and that's the thing about it. And you know, a lot of people have brought that up, and I go, well, you know, what can we do? And then look at the situation he's in now. So it's a lot. It's a lot. But now he has to sit. Now he has to sit and watch everybody else have a dance partner. You know what I mean? You can't do nothing but sit. I mean, it's painful, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's painful. Now, I'm not mad at a man that's speaking up for what's right and wrong, but in this case,
Oh, that's
sometimes you just got to shut up. Because now it got you in a point where you can't do nothing but sit. But it is what it is. Let me take this down free, man. I got to get my day started, man. I'm gonna come back at 1 o'clock though. We're gonna do some more boxing talk, but let me get my day going. Big
all
Dream,
right.
I'm gonna talk to you, man. Dream still in there with you?
He sleep. He fell asleep.
Oh
That nigga
Jesus.
always fall asleep when he in the, whenever he get in the
That's
car,
why
he fall
that's why
asleep. Within 5 minutes, he sleep.
that's why he wanted Vicky back there. I hear him. I ain't mad at him. I'll talk to him later. I'm gonna holler at you later though, free.
All right.
All right, all right.
Okay. All right.